Hello. Hello. I'm sorry I'm late. So I went to get a phone number so that people can call. On the show. Because I really want today's show to be interesting. Chair you jẹ́ kí n wọ́, so let me adjust it. I need to be comfortable. Okay. Welcome to the show. If your husband is on Instagram, share it to him. Let him hear other women complain about the same thing. I'm coming. Chair you is shaking. Don't look at my bum. I see some of my sisters here. Oh. Welcome. Today's show is going to be fun. Ó ti wọ́, àwọn customer ti fìdí wọ́. Ó ti wọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ n jókòó sórí ẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá wa ló máa wọ́. Welcome. I'm excited. Today's show. Precious, má receive me o. So, today's show I'm excited. My husband was on the show last Monday. So, if you are somebody like me that you have to beg your husband a lot before he help you in the house, come on, let us talk about it. Are we supposed to even beg them? Are we supposed to beg them? Because me, sometimes I have to pet him. Is it supposed to be like that? Please share this show. This show basically is like a gossip show for women. It's like a gossip show. It's like a show where we come together and talk about these things. Because I know some women that they don't even disturb their husband. They don't tell their husband to do anything in the house for them. Oh man, they try to do everything by themselves. So, do you think that is a good thing? Some people will just grow older than their husband if they do too much. I might be wrong. So, if please share this show, share it so that we can, relate. So, let me pin the number that you can call in. But before I pin number, you can actually request to join the live show. Precious, I want you to join. Facelift, I want you to join the show. Send a request and join the show. So I don't really know how to do host, but I'll try my best. Hello, my name is Smooth. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show. I'm happy to see you, and I hope you're happy to see me. Thank you for joining last week Monday, and thank you for joining again today. I hope my hair looks good. And so on today's topic on set women free. I said it before, so it's going to be if a woman or if a wife wants her husband to help her in the house, what kind of help do you want? What kind of help do you want your husband to help you with in the house? How do you want him to help? How can you even ask? I'm seeing you. Please don't come and start. Oh, I'm seeing you. I see you, Precious. I see this, my sweet test reader. Sweet. I see you. She tell me not to fall. Thank you, Jare. I see Facelift. So share the live video. Share it. Share first. Let us start this show. I know a lot of and I got a lot of feedback last week's show. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of feedback and I'm very excited. Somebody called me. In fact, while the show was going on, somebody sent me a message and she told me that thank you so much for the show, that with the way everybody was contributing and everything, that the show actually made her appreciate her husband more. And immediately she posted her husband picture on Instagram, telling him thank you for being who you are. Apparently her husband is the type that help her in the house. So she even sent me a message. She said this is the message she sent to her mother-in-law. So she sent a message to her mother-in-law that thank you for bringing up a good man. So she's lucky. Maybe her husband used to help her, and after hearing from other women and complaining that our husband doesn't help us, I think she just asked herself and she realized that, oh, if other women can complain like this and my husband is helping me, let me just appreciate my husband. So the show made her appreciate her husband even more. So I'm happy I was able to do that. In fact, that made me feel so much better. So on today's show, I think next week Monday we are going to have a guest speaker to talk about these things, like an older person, because now it looks like it's this generation that we want too much, and I don't think we want too much. Now I'm talking for myself. Like the topic says, if you want your husband to help you in the house, what do you want him to help you with? How do you even ask him for help? Does your husband really have to even help you in the house? Does our husband have to help us in the house? Because it looks like the whole thing is just for us alone to do. Like, we take care of the kids, we do all of these things all by ourselves. Our husband doesn't help, and we don't even ask for help. So are we supposed to ask for help? Please share this show quickly. Let me pin down the topic for today. Let me pin today's topic down. So if you want to call in, it's better for you to call in. So today's topic on set women free. What do you want your husband / partner to help you with in the house? Ahmed, I see you. And how do you ask him to help you? So if it's not only, this show is not only for married women, even if you have a boyfriend, because at a boyfriend, if you have a boyfriend, will you be doing everything alone? Will you ask your boyfriend for help? Are we supposed to ask all these men for help? Or are we supposed to do everything by ourselves? So today's show, the question is that if a woman is saying she wants her husband or her partner to help her in the house, what kind of help are you saying? How do you want him to help you? What kind of help do you want? You know, what kind of help do you want? How do you want the help? How do you want him to help you? That is the question. And if you're here and you know that your husband used to help you in the house, please, you can request to join the show so that you can tell us. Somebody like me, I need somebody to teach me how to ask for help. Because sometimes I can just tell my husband, oh, they help me, now. Please do it. Is that right to ask? Am I supposed to ask like that? Or am I supposed to pet him like a baby before he knows that he should help me? So if you are somebody that struggles to ask for help like me, or that doesn't even know how, I don't know if that is the right way to ask for help. If that is the right way to ask for help, let me know. Or if you have another way that you can teach us how to ask for help, let me know. You can request to join the show. You can request to join the show. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So please, if you have a contribution, let us know before other people start joining. And I'm sorry I started the show late today. So is it okay to ask your partner or your husband for help in the house? And what kind of help? And how do you ask him to help you? How? Do you just say, hey, please help me do this? Or do you pet him? Do you have to pet him before he can help you? Before I start calling people by myself, somebody said yes. I'm doing okay, thank you. Somebody said yes. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask your partner, because I know that men ask. Men ask for help. Men tell their wife, please do this for me. But if a woman asks her husband, for example, babe, please, can you make noodles for me? Is that a bad thing? Is it bad to ask? Is it bad to ask? I don't know how to... Do you want to join the show, Mr. Hamid? Is it okay to ask for help? Is it okay to ask for help? Is it okay to ask your husband for help? And how do you ask? How do you ask for help? As a wife, as a... Okay, I think Mido wants to join the show. Go like... Is it okay to ask for help in the house? Is it okay to ask? And how do you ask for help? So if you are a man, and... Hello.
Mama, kí ló
I
happen?
do, my brother. How are you?
Ṣàlàáfíà ni mà. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run, what's up,
What's
right?
up? Do you want to join? You want to contribute to the
Ah,
show?
yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely.
So is it okay for your wife or your girlfriend to ask you to help in the house, like help do the laundry or cook or something? Is it okay? Do you find it okay?
Yeah, it's a normal thing, because even in the Bible, it has been written in the book that marriage, or being a spouse or couple, or being in a relationship, everything have to be 50-50. If you guys can share the bills together, so why can't you guys share things together as well in the house? If she's cooking, you can help her be washing the dishes. If she's there doing laundry, you can help her be cleaning it up, or taking the clothes out to spread it. So marriage is not supposed to be so much. Actually, to me, I see it to be one of the things that our mothers have been doing that makes them have long life than our father. If our father was there to help, in most cases, they too will have that long lifespan, because those domestic work that they do, our mother used to do, it helps the human body to function. Like washing, cleaning, you bend, you stand up, you do this, you move, you do all that. So if you enroll in such by assisting your wife, I think it's a good thing, even if you guys are no longer there together. That one thing you always do, you forever miss it.
Oh, so you believe that for women, doing all the chores, bending down, sweeping, doing dishes, doing laundry, it helps the body grow. It helps the body. I thought it makes us older than our age.
Yeah, no. Naturally, that is the reason why most of you see in most cases, um, if you check, women live longer than men because of such thing. You
It's
see,
the...
so because they do the domestic work, they clean, they do all that. So if you are a man and you participate, you help, you do such, it helps you too as well. And aside from that, you know, we are supposed to be there for one another, not just marriage sake and every other thing. Yeah, but at some point in time to assisting, yeah, it's okay. You don't need to even ask at some point in time. You're supposed to use your own as an adult to think, okay, she's been doing this for so long. No, let me just take her clothes, let me wash her clothes for her. No, let me make food for her while she's at work. By the time she get back, she gets something to eat. Okay, let me help her do the laundry, or do wash the dish, or take the kids to school, or have the kids baths, and clean up, you know. I just feel it's a good thing, you know. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, coming out from a guy, that is very good. So, do you have a wife or do you have a girlfriend?
Uh it's a big question you
Because I
just
want to
asked me,
ask you
madam.
to I want to ask you to
Uh
help.
yeah, definitely I do have, and I would not say I'm the type that help every now and then, you know. Even I can share the contacts. You can hack her,
Okay.
you know, by cleaning, taking kids to school, cooking, you know, doing laundries and every other thing too as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So, I have one more question for you. Do
All
you
right.
think that if a husband or a boyfriend helps his wife, does that make them stay longer? Do you think a woman will love her husband even more if her husband help? Or do you think that help husband helping wife, do you think that had to the love? Or you think it's just normal? Because for example,
Yeah,
I can hear you.
yes, it does. Yes, it's because at some point in time, you know, in most cases, you find a lot of women, a lot of single women out there with kids, and they are doing those things alone. So when you now have the one that is supportive, not
Yes.
financially only, through domestic work, you sit down and think, oh, there's no one that is perfect out there. But if yours is the one that assists, that do every little things for you in the house, you would consider just that few things, you know, and you said, oh, it's fine, you know, let's just continue the marriage. Yeah,
Thank you so much. You made a very good point.
you're
And for
welcome.
men, do you think when
You're
men
welcome.
see that their wife is doing all of these things, do you think they appreciate it and want to even stay with them longer? Because this show is just to help each other so that nobody will have to reduce the rate of divorce and so that we can understand each other more. That is what this show is about. And the show is about that, sometimes me now, for example, I can say my husband is not helping me. And I see my friend and I feel like my friend husband is helping her. So this show is about us coming together and talk about these things so that I can know that, oh, my friend, so your husband is not helping you too. Okay, it's not only my husband. How can we do it? That is what the show is about. So do you think if you, as a man, you see your wife doing all of these things, does that make you even love her more? That, oh, this woman is really trying, and she's doing all of these things.
Actually, it's not supposed to be like that because how am I going to put it? You're stressing the woman, one, two, you're putting too much pressure on her because taking care of kids alone is one of the biggest thing. I don't want to lie.
Yes.
You know, there's this scenario that happened to me at some point in time. I was so devastated, and I was like, no, women are really trying.
Trying.
I was left alone with my kid.
Hmm.
The mother is not there.
Hmm.
I have to bathe, I have to do this, I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to take him for a walk, I have to carry him, I have to, yeah, tell me, no, daddy, I don't want to work, I'm tired, I have to,
Oh
you
dear.
know, that's why I see that, no, really, 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 women are really working so hard. So, what is there if we are there to assist to, not just to be a man and be bossy around, you know? It's not supposed to be like that. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much.
That's my own opinion to
Thank you
this.
so much.
All right, you're
Really,
welcome.
honestly, for a
You're
man,
welcome. You're
for a
welcome.
man to say all of this, you have really, see, somebody said great points. You have really made a lot of good points. Because me, I was ready to tackle you, okay?
Thank you.
And so you are a man, you are coming on this show to come and tell us what. But you made all these
No,
points. You made
no,
all the points, the same point that women see. Those are the points you made. And I hope that everything you said now is what you practice. I hope you practice it, and I
definitely,
hope that, and
definitely,
because if you do, women, we are not crazy. If our husband is really helping us, even just for that, that means that for my husband to help me do some of the things in the house, it means that he cares for me. I will see him as, oh, this man really care for me. Oh, this man care for my health. So it will make women want to even stay longer with their husband. Okay.
definitely,
Thank you
definitely.
so much for calling.
Likewise, the difficulties and the
Yes,
challenges.
I have, I
Yeah,
have, I need
you're
you to do
welcome.
something for us on behalf of all the women on this show. If you can, you see
Okay.
this message you pass across to us now, it made a lot of sense and we appreciate it. If you can always, I mean, once in a while, if you have brothers, you have uncles, you have even your daddy, if you still have daddy, you know, just some men, your friends around, if you can just tell them that, guy, it's good to help your wife. You know, all this message you just pass, help us to tell them so that this message can just go on and our men can understand. Because sometimes women are not, it's not as if we have thousands of men out there that we want to go and meet. We also want to stick with our husband. We just need help. You know what I mean? I feel like we just need help in the house. So all these points that you have made, all these good points, all this, see, I even jot it down, all these good points that you have made. You said something, you said, if one point that you said, why not, why can't a man help his wife? If you can share bills with your wife, you can as well help her with the chores. See that big, see that big whatever, what is it called? See that big sentence coming from a
Yeah.
man. See, it's a big one. You said,
Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that, you know. We are not living in the our forefather centuries whereby you sit back and you want everything to be brought to your table. If you want to live long as a man with your wife, you know, you want to die at age of 80, 90, you know, why not? If you do those things helps your body, how am I going to say it, recreation, you know, not just you bending, cleaning, mopping, sweeping. It helps you function naturally, nicely, not rather than sitting down, crossing your leg on the table, hitting, getting fat, and losing shape and all those
hmm,
things. So
hmm,
why not? Why
thank
not? It's a good thing. I don't want to lie, but I don't want to talk too much. My greetings to the
Thank
kids.
you.
I really miss
Thank
them.
you. Please
Farida, Farida.
remember to tell your
Yeah,
friends.
the
Remember to talk to your friends, your uncles, your
yeah,
brothers about these points that you just made. You made a great point. So remember to talk to
yeah,
them,
definitely,
teach them
definitely,
all these things so that we all can live,
definitely,
we can live longer with each other and then love each other peacefully and honestly. You know
definitely,
what I mean, right? Thank you so
definitely,
much, Mr.
definitely,
Ahmed. God
definitely.
bless you. See,
You're
I'm going to
welcome,
give
ma. You're
you
welcome,
I'm
ma.
going
I
to
hate
give
you,
you
ma.
a clap. Thank you so much.
FBL, mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Così problema,
Thank
mama.
you. So,
Sure, così problema, mama.
all
All right,
right.
ma. All right,
Thank
ma.
you.
All right, ma. Yes, ma. Okay, ma.
Thank you. Oh my God. Mr. Ahmed made a great point.
You're welcome,
Thank
madam. You're
you. I
welcome,
don't
madam.
know how to, I think you need to help me cut it from your hand. Oh Lord, that
Okay.
was very, very good. That was good. Oh my God. Ah, if you think Mr. Ahmed made a great point, if you are a woman or a man, if you think Mr. Ahmed made a great point, can you just give him a clap? I think there's an emoji that has, or a thumbs up. If you think Mr. Ahmed made a great point, can you give him a thumbs up, please? Because for me, he did, oh, he did. From a man, no, he did, he did. That was really good. That was really, really good. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, if I just hope he practice what he preach. Torí yẹn ló máa fàjà. Don't just come and give us all these nice things because you know that women are on this platform and you don't want us to bang your head. So I hope that I mean, he said the point, that one point that he said that actually touched me, and I always say it too. He said that if you can share bills with your wife, you can as well share house chores with her. If your wife pay bills, yes, you have to, you just have, you don't need anybody to tell you that you need to help her with chores, that you need to ask her for help, that you need to just help her. These are the things that if you don't have a wife, for example, if you don't have a wife, you know that you have to do the clean, you have to clean your house. If you don't have a wife, you have to make your food, and when you eat, you have to do your dishes. And if you don't have a wife, you have to do your laundry, right? So if you now have a wife, why can't you just help? Please, you can share this show. Please share the show. Let us all learn from each other. Show some love, share the show. See, my sister is supporting me. But I catch you. All right, so if you want to call on the show, please feel free. Let us make it fun. Let us have fun on this show today. So today's topic is, if you as a wife, you want your husband to help you in the house, what do you mean? And how do you want him to help you? How do you want him to help? And what do you mean by your husband should help you in the house? How do you mean? And what do you mean by that? So if you want to call on the show, please feel free. I've said it before. I said you can create a different page so that you can call in if you are shy. Or else I'm going to start calling people in by myself. So somebody said, even if she doesn't pay, do you want to join the show, madam? I'm calling you now. Somebody said, even if she doesn't pay bills, you should help, right? Even if she doesn't pay bills, you should help. You should help your wife. And Mr. Ahmed said something that I don't know if I agree with what that one that he said. Please, if you agree with him, let me know. Mr. Ahmed said that doing chores, bending down, going up, cleaning and all of that, that it helps. That is a form of exercise, and that it helps live longer. For me, I think I have a different view on that. How true is that? Please, if you agree, let me know. He said even doing chores, helping your wife and doing chores, doing all of those things helps your body stronger and makes you live longer. How true is that? How true is that? I want to know. Because for me, I feel like if you do too much, oh, folks, okay, you're bending down, you're going up and down, it can reduce it can even make you sick. It can make you look older. All that can make you look older than your age. All that can make you look older than your age. Somebody said that no for me. I don't understand. Okay, let me pin the number that you can call on. Let me pin the number that you can call on. Do I have the number? Oh, okay. How do I get this number? Okay, let me call. Mommy Alina, I'm calling you now. Please, if you can help me, I'm calling you with a number. If you can help me put the number out here and pin it for me. I'll pin it. If you can just help me put it out, I'll pin it. I don't know the number. I just got the same. So somebody said that's no. If you carry babe, uncle, stop sharing bills with your wife, sef. Wait, somebody said that's no for me. Please explain. What do you mean by that's no? Because Mr. Ahmed called earlier and then he said if you want to exercise, it's better to go to. So that is not exercise. No, that is not exercise, right? Because I feel like it makes women old. It makes us look older and grow older than our husband, because we get pregnant, we take care of the baby, we do all these things. Chores alone can even make somebody older than their age. So I disagree with that, Mr. Ahmed. If my husband wants to help with chores, he had better just help. And the point that you made so much sense. And somebody said, if your husband carry babe, he will spend money. So, okay, yes, just put the number out and I'll pin it. So basically, somebody said that women are not supposed to pay bills self. Let me see. Okay, I'm just going to. Okay, so if you want to call, that is the number to call on. So you can call, that is the number to call on if you want to call. I'll write that number down. 469 456 7112. Please, if you want to exercise, I don't think that is an exercise. That is a big work. Even exercise makes your body hot, safe. Yeah, too much work makes, somebody said too much work makes women look old. And it's true. That's why you see some women, they look older than their husband. And when they go out with their husband, they look like their husband's big sister or their husband's mommy. These are the things we need to look out for. And that is the reason why we're having this show. And I'm happy that Mr. Ahmed, look at all these women. You guys don't want to join the show. You don't want to join, and you don't want to join the show and then share your experience and tell us. Let me invite. I'm happy that Mr. Ahmed, called on the show and then he made all those points. As a man, for him to make those points is a big deal, and he made good points. So sometimes when we ask our husband to, let me see if I can. So if you don't want to join the live here, you can call the number that is pinned down below. You can call and then contribute to the show. So the question is that, is it okay for a woman to ask for her husband or her partner for help in the house? If yes, what kind of help and how do you ask? Because I said it earlier, I said somebody like me, I can just say, please, oh God, do this thing for me. Is that okay? Or do you have to pet him? Do you have to pet him before? Do you have to pet him before he can actually help you? That is the question. Is it okay to ask your husband for help? Is it okay to ask your husband for help in the house? And how do you help? And what are the kind of help you can ask? That is the question. Let me see. So that is the number to call. If you don't share the show or join, it's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be interesting. Okay. So it's only Mr. Ahmed that requests to join on the show. What about all these women? You guys just want to come and learn. You don't want to share your own idea. You don't want to share your whatever with us. That's not nice. Don't come and just take ideas from us and then you don't want to join and contribute to. Who wants to join the show? I don't want to say my own again. I've said my own. I mean, I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know how to even beg. I don't know how to beg for help. I just talk anyhow. Because sometimes your husband should know that, oh, my wife needs help. Let me help her. You know what I mean? Sometimes your husband should know. Do we have to tell them everything? Do we have to actually beg our husband to help us before they know that they can help? You know? So I think we need to, I need somebody to call and then tell us how to ask. And is it okay to even ask? That is the question. Mr. Ahmed said that if you can share bills with your wife, you can as well help her do chores. Some men don't believe in that. They believe chores is for women, that they should do it. So some men believe that chores is for women alone. It's not for men. House chores is for women alone. That's what some men believe, and that is not true. According to Mr. Ahmed, he said if you can share bills with your wife, you can as well share house chores with her. And then he said that house chores makes you strong and gives you long life. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that. So, Mr. For those that are just joining, we had good day, oh sis me. I'm going to make you my co-host, Seth. So today's topic on the show is that, let me pin it again. Today's topic is, if a woman asks her husband, is it okay for a woman to ask her husband for help? And if it's okay, how do you ask for help? And what are the kind of help you can ask your husband? So Mr. Ahmed called earlier, and then he said a lot of things. But one thing, like two things that he said that I jot down, is that he said if you can share bills with your wife, you can as well help her with chores. And then he also said that, he said taking care of kids alone is a lot of work. So that's what Mr. Ahmed said. And then he also said that doing house chores is a good form of exercise. I disagree with that, because too much of house chores can make somebody grow older than their age. So if you want to join the show, please let me know. I've started calling people. I'm not even waiting for anybody to send requests. I'm calling people. Let me call this my sister that just joined. Because we are here to help each other. We need to contribute and then just share. Because somebody like me, I don't know how to ask for. I don't know how to beg too much. Why do I need to beg you so much to help me with chores? You know, and especially for women that have little kids. I have two grown-ups and they do chores. But what about those women that have little kids and their husband don't help with chores? How do they do it? Do you need to ask, or you just do it? Do you really need to ask? Because these things we need to let our men know, and we need to teach ourselves how to ask. Do we need to teach our men how to help us, and do we need to always ask for help? Or do we need to have like a timetable? You know what I mean? Like my husband, every weekend you have to help us clean the house. My husband, every weekend you have to help us do all the, do we say my husband every weekend you have to wash the restroom? Do we say that? Do we say every weekend my husband you have to wash the restroom? Do we have to just let them know what? Do we tell them what to do? Do we make out like a timetable for them? Because I feel like for a grown-up man, for a man that truly cares and loves his wife rather, he should know when his wife needs help, and he should be able to help. And like I said, I like the point Mr. Ahmed made. Mr. Ahmed said that if a wife can share bills with you, you should also help with house chores. And he said that doing house chores alone helps, is a good form of exercise. A lot of people disagree with that. I disagree with that. So, is it okay to ask your husband or your boyfriend for help in the house? Somebody said yes, that's very true. Which one is true? Is it okay to ask? Oh, is it that if you can share bills with your wife, then you can as well share chores with her? Because I feel like some men don't know how to do it. Sometimes you just need to ask them. But how do you ask? How do you ask? And that is why this show is here, so that we can talk about these things. I know some women that they don't ask their husband for help. To even ask their husband to take care of the baby is a problem. They try to do everything by themselves, and at the end of the day, they look older than their age. We don't want that to happen. And if for example, if your husband is not helping you in the house, it can even make some women grow out of love. It can make some women grow out of love. You know? And that's what some men don't know. If you help your wife, if my husband is helping me in the house, I'll just be doing like a baby. Hi, my sister. Finally, you joined the show. Thank you.
Yeah, I joined. I missed the last one. So this is I'm like, I don't want to miss out.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
so do you want to contribute? What do you think? Do you think it's okay to ask your husband for help? And if it's okay, how do you ask? And what kind of help?
Okay, I feel like it's very okay to ask, but now asking depends on the kind of person you deal. Because see, the problem comes with our backgrounds. Like I think the way like some men are raised, they affect the way that they think, their mentality. They feel like okay, they just feel like this is, oh, because I'm an African man, this is what you have to do. This is, and even though they forget that this is, we are not even if we were in Africa, we should still help each other. So I think it depends on that. So some men, you even if you ask them, they'll probably will not do it. So my own is just do what you can. Don't try to overdo yourself, because at the end of the day, how do they say it? Do
Yeah.
what you can. Do like the most important thing. Don't overdo yourself. If you ask, if they do it, fine. If they don't. But my own is, if you're not going to help me, you know how some people will not help you, and then they even make it worse for you. Like, you're not cleaning this place for me, you're making it a mess. That's what annoys me. If you're not going to do it, the one I do, don't my budget. You understand what I mean? Because some people now, they feel like even though they are not doing
My
it.
husband do that too. Just so you know, if your husband do that, I want you to know that mine do that too, so that you know you are not the only one on the table.
Some people feel like maybe you don't want your shoe, like maybe some people just like put their shoe somewhere, and that kind of stuff, like it's not supposed to be there. I can't keep it all the time. You understand? So if you're not going to help me, don't make it worse. Because
Yeah.
that's because at the end of the day, if you keep telling them do this, I just feel like they know the thing to do. They just don't want to do it.
They just don't want to do it.
So
They
now,
just
if you had that stress of telling them all the time, with the
they
stress
just
of baby, with the stress of this, it's gonna stress you out mentally. So just do what you can do and just leave the rest. Because at the end of the day, you're going to they'll turn into a nagging person. Because now you start questioning yourself, like, am I saying the wrong thing? This is a normal thing. Like, you're supposed to help. If you're not
yeah.
helping, they don't make it worse for me. Like, you cannot wash plate, Abby. At least the one you use, try to clean it. You know what I mean? Like, that's my own, because
Yes,
I just feel like
yes.
it's okay to
Some
say
men can't
if
even
you're
do
lucky,
their laundry.
to have somebody that would listen, like, okay, do this. If some men would change for a while and then they go back to they're not, because they're not used to it.
Hey,
You just have to keep
my own
reminding
too.
them, remind them that you remind. At least they will still do. You remind. Some are so strict, they feel like, no, I can't do it. I'm an African man. I pay the bills. A woman is supposed to do the clean. No, I'm not anybody's maid. But for our mental health, happiness and whatever, if you keep talking all the time, especially if you do it with somebody who will not listen, they'll make you look like you're alashiju or you're nagging or
Yeah.
whatever. But because of
Yes.
that, do what you can do.
Hmm.
Just do
Hmm.
what you can do and leave the rest. And just celebrate what you're able to do that day. If you wake up this morning and you feel like, I want to do the laundry, I want to do this, I want to sweep, and you're able to sweep, you cannot do the laundry. Celebrate that
Yes.
sweep that you go and sleep. Tomorrow you
Hmm.
continue. Because before I
Hmm.
used to feel bad, like I need to do this, I need. No, I just I can. If I feel I'm not able to finish it. Oh, I sleep. The next day will
Hmm.
continue. If you come to my house and you think that this is, oh, you can help me, do what you. I just feel like we should do, because our mental health, especially when it's affected, depression will set in, a lot of things will set in, and that's not even good for us. And that's, we will just be frustrated.
Hmm.
So that's why I have to say, if you have somebody that
Hmm.
listens, then help. And if you have somebody that
Hmm.
listens, if you tell them, they do for a while, they forget, remind them again. If you're dealing with somebody who
Remind
would
them.
not do it, they will not do it, but they know the right thing. Just do what you can and leave the rest. I think that's the best thing. Don't even try to overdo
Hmm.
yourself. That's that's
Hmm.
that's
Do
that's
you
what I
think a
that's
woman? Do you think a woman can grow out of love for a husband that doesn't help her? Do you think that can make you grow out of love for him? Like make you
oh
mean to him sometimes.
Kenoma I, oh yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
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 If you're not careful, you might get to that point. But if you don't want to get to that point, at least marriage itself gone on. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's. So that the time
Yes.
that it is sweet, enjoy the sweetness very well. Enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So sometimes if you're carried away, those things will make you nag. And I think the point where to make you nag is if you're trying to do everything. That's why I said don't overdo yourself. If you do what you can.
Yes.
You know, when you're doing something, you get to your point that your body will tell you that I've had enough, I'm
I've
exhausted.
had enough.
That way, go take a rest. If you don't, you force yourself to do it, and it's going to cause a problem in the marriage.
So basically, how to help yourself, it's better to help yourself. If you ask your husband to help and he's not helping, the best way to help yourself is to do what you can and just leave it.
Yes. But you have to, but what I'll keep reminding is, if you know you're not going to help me, with the ones I do, don't make it worse. You're not helping me, that's what gets me mad. You don't want to help me, fine, but don't make it worse.
Don't make it worse. Don't make a mess.
Organize, leave it organized. Don't mess it up, because if you now start messing it up, it's like you see me as your maid. And I trust you, I'm not. I'm a wife in this house.
Yes, yes. See, that is one thing with this generation. That is what I want to hear. Our parents, they do, our mothers, they do too much. They try to satisfy these men. They don't ask.
And
They
now
don't ask.
now when they use the time to do all of that, they don't even have time for themselves.
And these men don't even have time for them. The men now see them as housemaid because they do too much.
Yes, yes,
See?
yes, yes. That's the problem. If you try to do too much, the whole day you will not even have time to whatever look good or no. Do what you can.
I know. I'm happy you mentioned that.
Yes. If you feel like it is too much, if you have money, to know, because sometimes you can get somebody, even if you, I've done it before. You pay somebody, I pay like, come and help me organize. I cannot do it. If you have the money to the $50 will not once in a while, will not do anything. Relax. Let somebody do the organization for you. I need this sweat, I need a bathroom. Yeah, if you have the money, do it. And enjoy
So
yourself.
so so you are the type that if you have a big house, you will have a separate bedroom and closet from your husband.
Oh, actually, that's even in an apartment. That's what like we have, because we like shopping. Me, I shop a lot, so even my own clothes, even if we want to put together, so my own stuff occupies like one closet. So at the end of the day,
So
yes,
you are lucky then. You are lucky. Your husband have his own closet, even if he mess it up.
yeah. So like we sleep in the same room, but he has his own stuff in another place, so you can do it how you want. I don't sleep there. I don't care.
See?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
See, that is why I decided to start this show. Because sometimes when you're doing all of this and you have all these things in your head, sometimes you might ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I treating my husband right? Am I supposed to do this? That is why we started this show, and I can relate with you. I do the same thing. For me, I used to use the same closet with my husband. But every time he pull up his trouser, he dump it somewhere. And laundry, we have a laundry basket. He won't even put it in the laundry basket, just dump it
That way they
somewhere.
will tell you to be mad woman, because at the point you start talking and you like, okay, geez, this mental health is very important. But I keep saying the word, I keep using that word because I know my mental health has been like start back to back. That I was in a place where I was really depressed, and I had to seek professional help, which I'm still doing.
Yes.
I have a counselor that I talk to like once in a while and stuff like that, at least once in 2 weeks, twice a month that I talk to. If I feel like I've added up to here, I seek for help. That's one thing I do. Because when your
Yes.
mental health is not in check, is not in place, even the marriage itself cannot, you're not yourself. Everything is
Yeah.
messed up. So
Yeah.
it's very important. If you feel exhausted to the point that you feel like I'm not, rest, take a break. Don't do it, leave it.
Take a break.
Yes,
Yes.
take a
Don't do
break.
too
Because at
much.
the end of the day, yeah, you're not doing it for anybody, yourself. Anybody, it's your home now. I'm the wife. I'm the madam. Don't come and beat me. If I don't have the time to wash the plates now, let the plates stay there. I
Stay
need to
there.
rest.
Yes.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
but we're trying to no, because no matter we cannot be a perfect wife or perfect. No, there's no word as perfect. So do what you can. Because even if you try to outdo
Yes.
yourself, opportunity only appreciate you for what you do.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you try to question, am I doing this? I've been in that, but I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not doing it. No, I'm not the problem. I'm enough. I'm more than enough. I can do what I can. I'm giving my best, and that's it. And if you feel like you're doing your
Yes.
best and somebody don't see it, it's not your problem. They don't see it, but you're doing your best, and that's it.
That's it.
You know, so
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
yeah, just do what you can. If you have somebody that would
Yeah.
listen, good. You say it's good to say, hey babe, can you help me with this? Oh, Leshad, can you help me with this? Say it. Some will do
Mm.
it and then they go back to their old self, remind them. If you have
Remind
somebody who
them.
will say, I'm an African man, I can, okay, I can, but don't mess up the things I do. That's it.
Then don't bring your friend to the house. Don't even try to bring your friends to the house because
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to do the.
So do what you can because this is our life. Because sometimes you still do and overdo, they will still bring second wife. They will still be cheating. All this. So what is the point? Why do you want to kill yourself for somebody who doesn't appreciate you?
Mm.
You know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Give
Yes.
your best. Do your best. It's good to be a good wife, but then don't overdo yourself. If you're doing
Yes.
anything,
Yes.
like you wake up like I take a break, go out,
Take a break.
good. You know,
But it's
just do
best
things.
if our men. It's best if our husband or boyfriend help us. It makes us love them more, right? If your
Yeah.
husband help you,
In fact, if they would be doing some silly things, then you don't even have the energy to fight them because you know you just overlook some things. But
because
when
you
you
know
see
that it
attacking
helps.
and come to because you everything is just in your head.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what they
Yes.
understand, and they don't understand that when you treat your wife right, you have a happy home. You have happy wife, happy home.
Yes.
That's
Happy home. That's it. Happy wife. Happy
you have to
home.
get the best from her. That's what they don't understand.
Mm.
That's it. Yeah.
Period.
So,
Happy
yes.
wife. Happy
So
home. That's it. We own the house.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Happy wife, good
Yeah.
food. Happy wife, good food. You make me
You go
happy,
even you
I
will
make
get
you good
vibes. You
food.
want you're thinking of the yes. But somebody that's not you not even
Hmm.
want to, you don't even have the ginger to go to the kitchen. But somebody is making you
Hmm.
happy. You're like, I have to cook good for my husband. So what am I cooking? You know, you want to go to the kitchen, you want, but what energy gonna see? You're like, okay, you know, that's I feel like that way sometimes. But if
It's the
everything you
truth.
do is acting normal, you say you want to go to the kitchen, you babe, sure, okay, you like the food, you understand everything will go smooth. Then I question myself, are you not happy like the way everything is going smoothly? Why do you want to act like you get squishy for head?
Hmm. If you can relate with what this my sister is saying, please give her a thumbs up. Give her a thumbs up. Like, I can relate because I can relate. My sister, thank you for sharing this because this just made me know that I'm not the only one in this shoe. This
Yeah,
is what
same
this show
here.
is all about.
Yeah, I
Thank
really
you. I can
appreciate
relate.
it. Yeah.
I can
Mm-hmm.
relate. Everything you said, I can relate. I have a husband too. I have grown-up kids. Thank God. My kids do chores, but if I didn't have grown-up kids,
It's
hey,
not
I will
easy. Oh,
not be. Oh.
this is my first. It's just 3 months, and I'm still trying to adjust with the new life and everything. It's not easy.
It's not easy. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
I
you
can't wait
so
for her
much.
to grow up. Matete be ko ete laburo so that wale baba mi fobo.
I know, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. You know what?
Yeah,
I've
thank
learned
you
a
so
lot
much.
from everything you said. And I'm
Thank
sure a
you.
lot of people can relate and they can learn too. Do what you can. As a wife, it's okay to ask your husband. And I pray and I
Yeah.
just pray and I wish that our men can just help without us asking too
And
much.
then listen
So that it doesn't look like we
exactly.
are nagging. So, but
Yeah.
if you have a man that helps, good for you. If you
Because it's
help in
frustrating when you keep asking. I get frustrated when I'm asking the same thing over. It's frustrating, you know? Exactly.
do you have a brother? Do you have a brother? Do you have uncles?
I don't have a brother.
But you have
But
male
all girls.
friends. You have male friends. You have uncles.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can just let us make this easy for ourselves and for our children to come.
Mm.
If you can always like check on your uncles and your brothers once in a while and
Mm.
your male friends and
Yeah.
ask them, are you taking care of your wife? Are you helping her? If you're
Yeah.
not, please try to help her. You
That's
know,
a
if you tell your friend and
mm.
your uncle that and they start, helping, then
Mm.
they are themselves, they will also tell their friends that, hey, my friend, please help your wife in the house. So these women are really trying, because if our
Mm.
men help us in the house, we grow so
Mm.
much love. We miss
Yeah.
them. We don't even get hungry.
From that alone, we new moms, we young mothers too, should raise our boys differently from the way men were raised in the past. You know, it's easier that way than telling a grown up, me calling, he knows the right thing, or even if
He
he doesn't
knows he's
know.
not a baby.
It's You got to come on last it's hard to just teach, you know what I mean? So it
Yes.
starts from mothers now.
Àwọn míì wọ́n dẹ̀ kọ́ wọn. Sometimes some of them they taught them, but they just have this mentality that I have a wife, then she will do is that is a duty.
Parents in the society gone.
Society
you know,
too.
It's everywhere you turn to, you see, and they think it's a norm.
So
apart from that, no, we moms too, Tabatini boys, raise them the same, let them know that, it's okay, this is the way it should be. You know what I mean? So at least I know she party,
and I think it's even fun. I think it's fun. Just imagine me and my husband in the kitchen trying to make things work, cooking.
Yes, so you talk about this. All this thing will even bring more bond.
More bond.
Oh, that's it. Because in Bami,
I think we should just keep talking to them.
Everybody is busy. Just at the times you can even get time to, get together and bond and stuff. But they don't know. It's sad. God will
Thank
help.
you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Remember to call your male friends, your uncles, and just advise them to help their wives and tell them that it makes it to make their wife love them more. And you just tell them so that they can start helping, and we can start helping each other like that. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. Yeah. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Oh my God. Please, if you enjoyed and you've learned from her, give her a thumbs up. Show some love. Show some love. Guys, please show some love. She said a lot of things and I can relate. And that is what this show is all about. This show is just to make women know that if you're going through whatever in your marriage, you are not the only one on that table. You're not the only one going through it. There are a lot of people that are going through it too. That is what this show is all about. That is what the show is all about. The show is about us coming together and sharing all these experiences so that we can learn from each other and so that we can appreciate each other and then know that we are not the only one going through it. Because a lot of women would want to divorce their husband just simply because their husband is not helpful. Their husband is not helping in the house. It frustrates some women to the extent of it causes arguments and all these things in the house. So sometimes we don't have to get divorced because of that. We don't have to get depression because of that. We don't have to have migraine because your husband is not helping you. There are better ways you can do it. Like that my sister that just called said. She said, do your best and leave the rest. She even said something. She said, if you wake up in the morning and then you have 4 things to do. You want to clean, you want to cook, you want to do laundry, and you want to sweep the house. She said, if you are able to just do sweeping, just sweep and leave it. She said, if it's only sweep you can sweep, just do it and go and sleep. Let us try to take some rest. And she also said something. She said that if you talk to your husband that you need help and then he help you for a while and he stops, just don't get mad, remind him and tell him again. Tell him nicely. Find a way to tell him. Oh, she said, you can join. It's okay. We don't mind though. We don't mind, sis. You can join, please. We need to hear all these things. Because me, sometimes I just get really hungry. Please, you can join. Me, sometimes I get really upset. No, if you need to help me. I just see it as a way of showing you love me. For real. I see it as a way of showing that you care for me. Forget that your mom or your dad did not help your mom. Our parents back then, they do all these things by themselves. They don't even ask for help. They believe that it's women's thing to do everything. It's not always like that. This generation is just different because all these men also, they are different generation. I know, but how do we even ask them? How do we ask them? How do we ask them for help? How do we ask them? How do we make them help us? How? Because some men, they know what to do. Like that my sister that called in said. Some men know what to do. They just won't do it. They know that, this woman need help. They just won't do it. For example, there are dirty dishes in the house. You want to sweep. You have not laid the bed. And then you just woke up in the morning. You feel tired. you sweat, you did the dishes, but you did not lay the bed, and your husband get back from work and tell you, babe, you did not arrange this room or lay the bed, what kind of response will you give him? Do you understand my example? Like, you wake up in the morning, you have dishes to do, you want to sweep, and you need to arrange your room and lay the bed, right? And then your husband get back from work, even you, after, I don't know whether you go to work or you cook or you take care of the baby, and your husband get back from work and asks you, oh babe, what's up, are you okay? You did not arrange the room, or you didn't even lay the bed. What kind of response will you give him? Because if it's for me, I'll just look at him like, arrange it now. If I did not do it, you should know that it's because I'm tired. You should do it. Is that too much to say? Do you think that is too much to say? If I wake up in the morning and I do all those, even if I did not even do much, I'm just tired, I just want to sit down and watch a movie, and my husband get back from work and tell me, oh babe, there is no food in the house, it's because I'm tired. Oh babe, you did not even arrange our room or lay the bed. Do it. Do it. Just do it. If I can, if you see, and that my sister that called earlier, she also said something that some men will not help, they will even mess it up. If you cannot help me, just leave it. You can as well not just say anything. If you know you're not going to help me, just leave it. If the dishes are dirty, leave it. Don't even say a word. If the floor is dirty, leave it. Don't even bother to say a word about it. You know what I mean? If the floor is dirty, if the dishes are not done, if something is missing, and you know that as a man, as my husband, you have not been helping me, don't ask me. Just leave it. Just leave it. And I like what that my sister that just called also said. She said, you cannot do everything. She said, do your best. Just do what you can and leave it. If you wake up in the morning, you have things to do, and you can only do one. What word did you use again? She said, celebrate that one thing that you do. If it's only to sweep, celebrate the sweeping and leave the rest and just go and sleep. But sometimes women, we do too much. Let me advise you, just do the little you can, one at a time. If you have a husband that doesn't help, you know what, don't because of that, divorce him or anything. Try to talk to him. Don't get tired of talking. Try to talk to him. That is my own advice. Don't get tired of talking. Try to talk to him. Say it in a nice way. Say it in a mean way. Try to be aggressive. I mean, he's my husband. I can insult my husband if I want. I'd rather insult my husband than to go and insult somebody else outside, So just find a way that you can talk to your husband and talk to him and see if he can adjust. But if he doesn't adjust, don't do too much. Please, women, don't do too much. Do the little you can and leave it. Do the little you can and leave it. I see my sister just joined. So Empress, thank you for joining. You just joined me. You missed out. We've had 2 callers already. So the topic of today's show is it okay for women to ask their husband for help in the house? And how do you ask? If it's okay, how do you ask? And what help do you need your husband to help you with? So a man called in earlier and then he said something. He said, if you can share bills with your wife, you can as well share chores with her. You can as well share house chores with her. Do you agree with that? And then somebody else, a lady called and then she said that the way some men are raised is what affects them. I believe that some men, you don't even need to be raised either ways. Just know that if you have a wife, you need to help her. You need to assist her in the house, So basically, that is what this show is all about, to learn from each other. So if you have any message, if you have any contribution, please, let me request a call in. Let me request Empress to join the show. I would love if Empress can join the show. I trust her to give us good, nice contributions. So we just need to know, how do you ask your husband for help? And is it okay to ask your husband for help in the house? If it's okay, how do you ask? Because I know that some women, it can make some women grow out of love for their husband. If their husband is not helping them in the house. Somebody like me, if I need help and you're not helping me, I'll just be mean. I'll be mean. I don't want to laugh. I don't want to play. I'll just be looking at you. And you can tell that something is wrong with me. But don't dare to ask me what. As soon as you ask me, what happened to you, I will blow up. I will just start talking. Because we're supposed to be partners, you know. You're supposed to help me with some things. I even heard that some men can't even pick their own kids from school. That is not right. That is not even right. If this child is our child, it's not my go. If I can pick our child from school, you can as well pick out your child from school. If I'm free enough, then I will pick my child from school. But if I'm busy, you should be able to pick your child from school as well. You don't need me to beg you or pet you before you can do that. You know what I mean? So the question is, what are the things that your man can help you with? What are the things your husband can help you with in the house? And how do you even ask for help? Anger is a normal reaction to, yeah, it's good to get angry. I mean, it's okay to get angry, you know. It's okay to get angry. But it's not I know sometimes from getting angry it can lead to argument and divorce and all of that. But is it okay? Is it okay to ask? It's cheating too. Cheating your woman isn't when you are entangled with other women. Leaving your wife to do chores alone. Wow. It's true. But how do we ask? How do we ask? How do we ask for help? How? How do we ask? So are you saying that it's okay to ask? It's okay to ask for help, right? So how do we ask? And if we ask for help and our husband help us, yay, thank God. But if we ask and it doesn't help, how do you react to that? How do you react to that? Because I feel like you need to let these men know that helping your wife in the house even makes the atmosphere of the house happy and fun. Because women, we want what we want and we know what we want too. So you can please share the show, request to join. If you don't request, I'll call you. Request to join. Request to join, share the show. Carefrontation. Yeah, I remember the carefrontation. Do you think we should make like a calendar or like a timetable for them? That husband, this is what you'll be doing every weekend. Or you just make the house chores every weekend thing. Should we make it like every weekend thing, and then every weekend while you're doing the cooking, your husband is washing the restroom? Because at the end of the day, the restroom, we use it together. At the end of the day, we use the restroom together. Is it okay to ask? Okay, so let me put it this way: is it okay to ask your husband to clean the restroom? Is it okay to ask him to wash the restroom, the bathtub and the toilet? Is it okay to ask your husband to wash it? Empress, you don't want to join the show? Is it okay to ask? Because me, I will ask. Oh, I will ask. And if you don't help me, I'm going to be angry. If I ask and you don't help me, I'm going to
Sorry.
be Empress, thank you for joining.
Thank you. I've been busy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I trust you, me. I know you.
Abiel, how's
I
the
know
family
you.
doing?
So
Well done,
please,
though.
please, thank you. So, what do you have to say about the topic? Is it okay to ask our husband for help?
Oh, definitely it is,
With
but
us?
we just have to be mindful of the way we ask. Commanding is different from asking. For instance, myself, if I want to ask for help, I go by, please, can you help me do this? Please, can you help me do that? So I think it is about the way you go about asking. Agbekale, you have to be really mindful about that. And secondly, I mean, if I mean, it's okay to ask, and at the same time, it's okay for them to decline or accept your request. So let's give them that. How do I put it now? Let's respect their own opinion too, their own.
The
Sorry.
reason
So
you don't want to.
let's respect their own response or whatever, when
Yes.
you ask, just let them go with whatever they want to. So funny enough, it could be that when you ask and they decline, it could be your action that might eventually, touch them. I mean, make them have a change of mind to do whatever you just asked them to. For
Mm.
instance, on Christmas Day, I'm sorry, on Christmas Eve, I wasn't really in a good health, but then I still want us to have an amazing Christmas party. I knew I wasn't going to be able to cook well like that, so I called my husband to help me get a pan of jollof rice at certain restaurants. So it was like, I mean, I'm busy. I can't do this right now. It's close to the end of the month, bills and all of that. And at the same time, we can use that money for something else. Meaning, he knows. I mean, you can cook. Why do we have to get
Yeah.
jollof rice? For Christmas.
Mm.
That was his response. And guess what I did? I hung up and I sent him a text message, and I was like, please
Mm.
help me get. So I stated the exact request I just told him over the phone. And guess what, few minutes later he replied me as well that I'm sorry, I can't get it, not right now. But my dear sister, guess what, he came back 2 hours later with the pan of jollof rice.
Mm.
He must have probably had like thought about it. I mean, so I don't know. Sometimes we just have to be. Imagine if I start arguing with him, and at the end of the day,
You
he will
won't
be
get.
like, "Okay, so you want to show me you're strong-headed, right? Okay, man, then we'll feel sure and pay me when you get. But
Mm.
see what I did. I hung up. Of course, I wasn't happy with what he said, but I left him a text message, and he took
Mm.
his time to reply me. But
Mm.
then, probably it was Holy Spirit that ministered to him. Then
Mm.
thirdly, again, you know we have to be mindful about our expectations from our husband, because now a favor is different from your regular, I mean, your chores or your regular job, or what is expected of you on a norms, because this is a favor. It is our duty, to do
Mm.
these things. Do we oh sorry, do they impose paying bills on us, like, o gbọ́dọ̀ rí pé o fún mi ní 500, or do you understand what I'm saying? They
Yes.
don't impose it on us. Fine, they can ask for help. I remember what the Bible says. We are their helpers. So whenever báwo máa ṣe pé, they are down, we're supposed to have their back. So
I
whenever they
have,
are down,
I have a question,
we
please.
should be the ones they can fall on. What I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, you're still going to ask a question.
Okay.
What
Yes.
I'm trying to say is they don't enforce paying bills on us. You understand? Pay our good of and all of that. So why should we enforce chores on them? I know you were joking, or let me assume you were joking when you said, should we make a list of chores and all of that? And speaking of asking your husband to help you wash the bathroom, yeah, I do that. But like I said, you just have to ask politely. Come on, you should be mindful. You're not sending the wrong signal. Like, are you commanding me? Abi, say, so please, I'm sorry. When you shower, please, can you quickly help me? Something like that, and not enforce it on them or impose it on them, because car will come out bá roll on ní ká máa do they enforce paying bills and stuff like that? We must be sharing this equally. Do they do that to us? And all these daddies themselves, don't get me wrong.
No, 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 no. I understand, because my question was that, what about those family that
Mhm.
their husband enforce bills on their wives? like you as the wife, you are the one that have to be paying the electricity and internet. It's compulsory, because if you don't pay it, it's going to be trouble. There are some family like that.
Okay, to be honest with you, I mean, and I don't know how to pretend I'm someone, you know, I love being real and all of that. That
Yes.
is the reason why I would say this. And please, I don't want anyone to get me wrong. It's not as if, you know, Empress has it all rosy or something, you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So we're just,
I know.
for instance, myself, I mean, in my family, we don't do that. Pay, you know, pay this. We do stuff together. Whenever it's not, we do stuff together. Maybe I should just put it that way.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
it's not necessarily until when a certain amount is not complete. I mean, I don't know. So maybe until we start doing things together. I mean, think about it. Rent is coming. I mean, all these bills are coming. How about a wife just gives the husband a certain amount? Okay, towards a big bow
Yes.
towards you know,
The big.
towards. I mean, even the man self will be impressed. They, before I even asked, you know,
Mm.
she already gave it to me.
Yes. Yes.
Meanwhile, that person might even have, the husband might even have more than enough to. But for the fact that, you know, you're willing, you did that willingly, you know, I don't know. I just believe we just have to be, honestly, I really don't know how to answer.
So it's okay to ask your husband for help.
Yeah, definitely.
Just mind how you ask.
Yeah, be mindful and be polite in your asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And if he says no, don't get angry, right?
You know.
Don't get angry. Thank you so much.
No, don't get angry, but I mean, we have the right to be angry. Don't get angry, but what I want to emphasize more is that on is that we should not pretend as well. I mean, don't pretend to be happy when you're not happy.
mm,
Fine, you asked for your help, you know, and he's not giving it to him. You said something earlier, Mama for Roni, because you can't just help it. The same thing, you know, and really, when the person asks, you just start speaking, you know. You have the right to express yourself, but at the same time,
yeah, you can join. I will call you next.
yeah, but at the same time, just be careful. And I also want to say something. Iru, for instance, you ask for help and the husband is not doing the husband is not doing
Help.
what you asked of him. Sometimes, out of anger, I'm angry, or not that I'm in a playing mood, or you
Mm,
understand. I might just go and meet him and touch his head. I wish I'm not well dressed. I would have, you know, shown myself. I can just mark off me fit theory one, but you know, but you well done. I actually, you know, it's a way of
mm,
expressing myself. I just want to let it out. I don't want to keep that bad energy inside.
mm,
Mokoli forward showing one where you were like till go
mm,
one where you well done.
mm,
Moniko Bamishiko, you know, he might even now say sorry and
mm,
tell you the reason why he declined it. So
mm,
kama mamu gubo nkole all the time and all of that, you know.
mm. Oh yeah, come
So
on.
it's about understanding, and let's not forget to be prayerful. I think we have to put everything in prayer because I'd rather know Lule.
But it's okay to ask for help, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's okay to ask for help.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Empress. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
I appreciate you for joining. And I've jotted some things down and I've learned a lot. I've learned one thing. I learned that because from the story you said, when you told your husband to buy jollof rice and
Mm-hmm.
he declined, and then you still calm down. You too, you calm down because you know you need the jollof rice.
You know.
So you calm down and then test him. Even after the test, he
Mm-hmm.
still declined.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, he still brought. What if he did not bring the rice? What would you have done?
Okay, so guess what? Beautiful story. So this was what happened when he got back home. I think I was with the kids, you know, and he came to my room. It was like, you know, sometimes try to be understanding someone. You know, it wasn't just in the right. Oh, you know, what you're saying, we can use it for something else. And can it, you know, meanwhile, you know, I had my reasons of asking him to buy a minimum of pay me in his strength to be cooking one food, but at the same time, we still have to have an amazing, you know, Christmas party as a family. So well, after I said so, money, no, don't be like that. Is it because I didn't ask you money? For on a norms as a wife, I'm supposed to ask you money. Pay for me lowo, king law, sister Lord and be. You know now in Nigeria when it's festive, the
Yes.
Balele will give you money. You will
Money.
go and shop and for the food you will cook for that festive period. Money. So is it because I didn't ask for that? Money on the norms is because I'm not. I know it's because I'm not asking, but on the norms, it is your duty to give me money. Okay, Lord, rakini bobo eto oúnjẹ tá máa jẹ sílé tomorrow. So it's not too much for me to. He now started saying, funny enough, when I even got to the Shuri restaurant, they had already closed at 3 p.m. I was like, oh wow, really? Funny enough, I called at 1 p.m. And they asked me to call back. I didn't know they were closed earlier. He now said, but funny enough, after they closed, I now went to their window and now peeped through their kitchen and now saw that ṣe ni wọ́n ìsàlẹ̀ pot bí mo sáré ní pé ó yá wow ẹ fún mi ní ìsàlẹ̀ pot. I now laughed that you are not serious. He now said, anyways, your food is downstairs. Do you understand what he's trying to know?
Yeah, somebody said our marriage and partners are different.
Right.
So you have to first know the kind of person you're dealing with.
Right.
So some men will work just the way you said it. Somebody like your husband. So the reason for this show is for women to realize and then know that if you're going through some things in your marriage, you are not the only one going through it, so that other women can relate.
Right.
So for what you said now, I want you to please appreciate your husband for who he is, at least for doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And before we leave you, Empress, I would want you to please, if you have brothers, you have uncles, you have male friends, to please call them once in a while and tell them, you see those things that you are enjoying in your marriage from your husband, right? Those little things that your husband do to you that makes you feel good. Do you get what I mean? That makes it fun. Some women are lacking it and nobody to talk to their husband. So if you can please call your brothers, your uncle, your male friends and ask them, do you do this for your wife today? Have you helped your wife this week? Please try to do this for your wife. She will appreciate you more. She will do this for you more. Talking to them like that can help them change. Right. And you, in that way, you are helping other women. You know what I mean? Yes. So if you can please do that once in a while. And then next week, Monday, I will ask you how many people.
I'll try you.
Thank you so much, Empress. Thank you.
Mom.
Thank you so much. Please don't go yet to stick around, okay? Let me call the next person.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Empress.
You're welcome.
Bye. Wow. That was a good one from Empress. Empress said, be mindful. I don't know how to cut it from here. Empress, can you help me cut it from your hand?
Yeah, let me see.
Empress said, be mindful of your expectations. Empress said that we should be mindful of our expectations from our husband and our partner. Hello, sis Shewu. Hello, my sister. What you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So this show basically is the title of this show is Set Women Free. Set women free. And the topic for today is that, is it okay to ask our husband or our boyfriend for help? And if it's okay, how do we ask? And what kind of help can we ask them?
Well, like I said, first of all, me, I'm not married, but anyway. But the main thing is, like someone wrote there, this the Tima Gold. She was saying that depends on your partner, which is very, very important. And that is where in everything that we want to do, communication is very, very important. And being an active listener too is very, very important. So it's important to the way we are. First of all, our foundation is very, very important too. Some people, the way they are brought up, some men don't even know how to do anything. And these days, this is an era that we have, technology. Technology has covered a lot of things, and YouTube has covered a lot of things too. And some women too, they don't even know how to do anything. So imagine a man that doesn't know how to cook, that doesn't know how to do anything. Got married to a lady that doesn't even know how to do anything. So black women cannot go mad, you know, in these days. And the motive men or women are going into marriage or relationship nowadays is different from the way we used to do in the past. Some men go into a wedding because the lady is beautiful, forgetting about can I really stay put with this person? Can I really cope with this person? So bad do it. Because it's not rosy. Even in a relationship.
Barely.
Yes. Yeah? It's not rosy. And it's from the relationship that you even know where you want to go into. So we don't need to shy away from a lot of things. Now, boil that to our question again, that how do we, it's good for, we are called helpers. When we look at Adam in the Bible, when Adam was the only creator, God created Adam, God created at that moment. It's not good for a man to live alone. You look at Adam, struggle now. He wants to do anything, he does it alone. He wants to do this one, he does it alone. He wants to do. Then it just look okay. Take a funny and he brought out Eve from his own rib. Number one, he brought it out because and it's only about compatible for you. Compatibility is very, very important in relationship. So if you're not compatible with this person, you have to look. You're not just getting down because you're married, because you want to have fun of it, you want to enjoy, because you want to, because it's beautiful or he's beautiful. When he did this, he bought things for me. But it takes a lot in marriage. It takes a lot in relationship before we can now say, okay, yes, I do. Food is very, very important too.
Yes.
Food is very, very important. You know me. I mean, I love cooking. I love doing my thing. I know good food, good taste. Likewise, some men they have a lot of good taste for food. But if you don't want to help or assist, if you know that this woman cannot marry, cannot cook, cannot do anything, it's not bad for us to help each other. But as a woman, tolerance is very important. Patience is very important. There are ways we want things to be done in our own way. But agidi only work. Using the strong head cannot do it. So there are ways we need to, our communication skills is very, very important. That there are ways we need to put our things together. Definitely we know that in Africa, a woman is, look at a man for every is a slave. No. Both man and woman need to do it together to make things right. If a man is claiming that, it's my duty, it's the duty of my wife to do all the house chores, to do all those things, what does it think like? What does it say? Okay, if we do it together, it's going to make things right. Okay, she, assist me. Let's do it together. That was why God gave Eve to Adam. When they communicate together, when they think together, you will not even tell us that, because you know you cannot do it alone. So we have to do all together. We have to help each other. But without having communicate with each other, and that's where the problem comes. You know, okay, you are very tired, yeah, definitely. And this guy was like, oh, baby, have you cooked the food and giliko? And you said, oh, yeah, lucky kitchen. No. There are ways we need to say it. Oh, babe, you have been, I'm tired. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been sick this morning. I couldn't do it. But I did this stew. But you can help me out, please. Please, can you help me just cook the rice? That is responsible. Will say, oh, you have been trying, no. Let me go into the kitchen. So it depends on how we do our things. Luckily, our foundation matter more. There's some things you don't need to shy away. A guy has told me before, like, okay, you're asking me out now. You say, okay, I asked you, okay, why do you want to get married? You said, because my mother said I shouldn't get married. Okay. I said, fine. You now said, okay, since you are working, what I need to do is that we have to share our salary into two, because you are working now. Because you are a girl, you understand the kitchen, so you hold the bills in the kitchen. Me, I will hold the bills with my child. If you have 4 children, you take 2. I'll take 2. I say, So you are not even married before. That means you have that incline in your head that anybody I'm going to get married to, we are going to share it into 2, half, dog. So if you like it at your own, you can go ahead with it. But to me, I said, I'm not saying I'm not going to assist my husband. I'm not saying I'm not going to assist whoever I'm going to get down married to. But we need to help each other. Don't realize that is where we have people live in the Western world. That's where the problem comes out from. Because most men in this country, those African men, I would not say African men alone, men generally, even the when you go on copy go they assist. I want to copy you. They assist in one way or the other. In TikTok, don't share things. Someone say, "Oh, who asked your wife first? You. Who asked? Who?" That was one there's a couple I was watching yesterday. They were asking, "Who did the house chores?" The lady pointed to the man. The man even didn't. Me. Who take care of the house? Me. Who sleep most? Wife. I'm not supporting that. I just brought out something. Look, I said, look, maybe that lady doesn't know how to do lots in the house. But that's the way they need to manage it.
Or maybe she work more, she provide more.
Or maybe she work more. But we cannot be asking, no bring mama cooking. Who did this? Me. Who did that? Me. You know, from white family, the man will stay at home. The woman will be working. Some, the man will be working. The wife will stay at home. And some, they know that schedule. One will work in the morning, work in the afternoon. All we want is just for us to be together, to achieve one thing, to make things work out in a marriage. You don't want to know who is doing most. You don't need to tell people around, you don't need to.
Okay.
It's both of us, it's as a man and a woman, to do all together. We all know our capacity. We all know our schedule. We know our relationship latterly. We know how we do. Some people, their head does not even take it much. Like if I want to cook today, if I want to cook food today, I know I can do it. But one thing I'm praying for is, even if I get married, my relationship, we need to work hand in hand. We need to do it together as couple, not because of the sentimental, like you're a man, I'm the woman. In Qatar, fair achievement, everything should work out fine between the two of us. We need to do it together. So our communication skills, and we should learn to listen. A good listening point is very important. One way we're saying A, 2, 3, 4, 5B. You wanted this thing to be done, but you cannot do it, and I wanted him to do it. So when he's angry at that moment, like, okay, I can't do it, and now I like to go to the kitchen to remediate. You just calm down. Patience is very, very important. Tolerance. Okay, babe. What happened? Clearly, I'm so sorry that I couldn't do the meal that moment. Could you please take away your comment? This is why I couldn't. So the two of you will sit down together at the end of the day. What do we want? We are achieving to make things done in the right way. So two wrongs can never make it right. We all need to calm down. The most important thing is communication, tolerance, patience, being an active listener. Then everything work out fine. It's not where as this Western world. Even in Africa, if I correct that back, we have to do it together. What is that for you to go to the kitchen and do it?
So it's okay for a wife to have.
It's okay. We must.
I have a question.
We must.
Sorry. Is it okay to say that, my husband, please, every weekend, help us to wash the restroom?
Yeah.
And the bathtub.
Yeah, depends on how you
do it. Is it okay to remind him?
That's what I'm saying. That communication. That ways we need that ways only is the way you talk that will make someone help you. We have to be a very good listener and know your spouse, right? We need to know each other. That is why we have that, culture. Try to know. Don't shy away from things. Any man that you know that you can, any woman that cannot help, just you, me. A man that is me. A woman that is me. It is what I'm telling you. So it's good for us to have for help.
I
That is
have a
why
question.
God created us in two. It's good to have for us to help. So back people say, oh, baby, could you please, can you please today, I'm tired, can you please help me wash the bathroom? Please. There are ways we need to say it out. There are ways we need to communicate. Communication skills is very important. There are ways we need to, not, bathroom, for bathroom, no. If I be man, say me, I go look at,
Someone like me to go and calm down, Abby, and calm down and know how to ask. Please, I have one more question for you before you go. And the question is that, do you think if a wife asks her husband for help and he doesn't help, and even if she doesn't ask, the man has never realized that, oh, my wife worked too much, let me assist her. Do you think that kind of wife can grow out of love for the man?
Like I said, it depends on relationship. Depends on individual. Yeah. So if the person that's not saying you shouldn't love your husband. That's what I'm saying, that right from foundation, you should know the capacity of what your husband can do. There's some men, they don't even know how to do anything in the house. You can't blame them. Some don't know how to do it. But as a woman, there's a way we can do it. Not giving your, not saying you must do this or this is the thing you need to do every weekend. You don't need to.
What if they are both paying bills? What if the wife is paying bills in the house? The wife is going to work. She's paying bills. She's taking care of the kids. She still do the cooking.
Or you should not ask your husband to do it. You're paying the bills is the money paying bills to do the materialistic things. But in the house, your bills cannot help you cook or sweep the floor now, do things in the house. But we can say what I'm saying is that both individuals depends on relationship. Depends on how some people bring their relationship. Like I said, so it depends. It so depends on the individual. That doesn't mean that you will not assist each other. Teach about one bear. Why not? We just do that to assist them, because one person cannot do it. One person, let's take it or leave it. If one person cannot do all the whole thing, so we all need to sit down together as a couple. Let's sit down together as okay. So it will make things right, but not mandatory. Saying, oh, you must do this one. You must do this. Go and wash the bathroom. You must, It's just a matter of being doing that communication is very, very important. The way we communicate with each other is very, very, very important. Not because this wife has been doing it for a long time, and you now come today and say, oh, you did not wash the bathroom today, kilo shele. If the person cannot do it, then you can help. We just need to help each other. One person cannot do it alone. We all need to do it together to make all these things right. To make all the marriage last long and stay together. It's assisting each other. That's the best thing. Not superwoman anywhere or not superman everywhere. If you are doing a lot, any amount of funny. So we all need to assist each other. Do it. That's why. If God, like I said, I'm sorry I'm putting the Bible again. If Adam can do it alone, he will not give Adam Eve. He will not give Adam Eve to do it. He has seen the beginning, he has seen the end of it. That man and woman, we need each other. We need, either we like it or not, we need each other. Following God to God, we all need each other.
If you want to join the show, you can send a request. If you want to join the show, you can send a request.
We all need each other to do it. So we can't do it alone. This is not a matter of man and a woman. But the most important thing is for you to know how to communicate. And have a listen here.
Somebody said, husband, assist your wife to make a sweet home. Because for me, I feel like if my husband helped me in the house, even if I don't ask him, and he helped me, I'll be crazy in love with him. I would not even want to get hungry. But if I have a husband and I'm doing up, down, doing all of these things, and it's not helping me. You know, it will make you feel some type of way like, is this man not care? Does this man not even care for me at all? Or he doesn't even care about me? Because I feel like doing house chores alone is a lot of work. You know?
Yeah.
So if you don't have
It's emotional draining, Seth. It's emotionally drained. It's so, even if you stand, imagine you are standing in the kitchen, you are cooking for hours. You are cooking for hours. That's a job. When you are done, your leg will hit your waist like this.
Hours.
Want to break into two hours.
Okay,
all
no,
because
now,
you want all the whole thing done.
You for saying that now. Let me ask you this, my sister. So you've been in the kitchen for hours cooking, and your bedroom, the bed is not spread, and you have a husband that just sitting around on his computer and all of that. Is it okay to ask your husband like, babe, please, can you just help me? Can you just not even help me? You are helping us. Can you lay the bed while I do the cooking real quick?
Yeah,
Can
it's a
you
good
ask?
thing you can
Is
have.
it
Yeah,
okay?
it's okay to have. We need to speak. Some women cannot even talk to their spouse, their husband.
That is
We
bad,
need
but
to.
it's
That's
good.
what I'm saying. Communication is very. It's important to communicate. Good communication skills. You have to communicate. Don't die in silence. A lot of women don't know how to ask questions. You need to ask questions. You need to ask for help when you need it. Not until when you break down. But the way we communicate is the most important thing. The skill of us, because before you say you do, of course you love the person. And you say you're going to do it for better for what? And take it for each other for who you are. So you have to ask for help. If you know you cannot, sometimes some men, if you don't ask, they will not help you. Some will say, I thought you are okay. And some people, depends on the individual, depends on the relationship. You don't need to ask them. They will have done it. Okay, they can manage other things. Let me just do it, just to assist, to make all the things work right. But if you know there is somebody you are dating, and you know we are married, and if you don't ask, he will not give you help. Then you ask. But the way we are asking, the way we communicate, to ask is the most important thing. We need help, yeah. But not talking to someone rudely because you needed help.
You should ask.
You should ask questions, but the way we ask is different. The way we ask is different. So we need to.
And it's okay to get hungry if it doesn't help. It's okay to get hungry. It's not.
You can get angry. We are human. We are human. We are not saints. We are human. You can get angry, but what we need to do, we should know how to control it. Controlling it is very important. Tolerance is very important, but not be enjoying things that you know is not too good. If you need two guys to sit down and talk about it, do it. As long as you are heading to something very good, both of you to just make things right. So communication, active listening. If you want to get angry, yes, we can get angry. You can just all we need just is control, and just to maintain the peace and the atmosphere in the house. So if those that have the kids, the kids are watching. If you don't have kids yet, but you don't want things, because that alone, keeping grudges, keeping your anger to yourself. Sometimes when you burst, that's when it's going to destroy the whole thing. And they're like, you should have, spoken out. You should have said something about it. You should have, you should have said something about it, and let it just, end there. Because if anything bad gets if you just keep quiet.
Yes. So
when you are not, when you don't know inside, you have to talk, speak. When you want to get angry, it's okay to get angry, but we just need to control on how we do our things. That's my point.
You can't divorce your husband for that. You don't have to divorce, because it's from getting angry that divorce will come.
That's how you have to treat it on time. You have to communicate. Communications and knowing your partner
is not good. Too much of tolerance can cause depression.
Yeah, but the tolerance that I mean does not mean you can tolerate some, but tolerance I mean is in terms of being patient. Does not mean you're not going to communicate with the person you are dealing with. Does not mean you're not good. That's why I said that when you're boiling things, putting things in your heart, putting things together, the day you're going to burst, it's going to destroy a lot of things than when you have been having it. And when people hear it, say, you should have spoken about it now.
And somebody has even said it before. Somebody said that do your best and leave the rest. Do what you can.
Don't kill yourself. Don't have to kill yourself. and go have a attack or get sick. But we can get angry. What we need to do is communicate. Communicate. Then listen. Then be patient. Then talk it out. A lot of people are doing a lot of things in the house. Some women don't even they've lost the low self-esteem. They've lost the way they're doing their house. They can't even move freely with other people because if they work in the morning, they work in the night. I've never had some women don't even have back until late, maybe 10 p.m. All in the name of housework. So foundation, yeah, that one is very, very important. The things you need to be seeing while dating and when you get into the marriage, too, you have to be, talking about it. If it, that's what I'm saying, depend on the it is they don't know how to do anything. But you have to learn how to do it. When some women are pregnant, they can't even do anything. They can't even do it. It's not because they can. It's not because they can't do it. They have no choice than to do it.
Some men will not even do it.
They have to. You just have to assist each other. If
at that point, if your husband did not do it, just do your best and leave the rest.
You cannot kill yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
much.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you for having me.
A lot. Me personally, I've learned a lot on today's show. I've learned to be calm and communication and confrontation and all this good way of asking for help. And if it doesn't help you, you don't have to get mad. Just do your best and leave the rest. So thank you so much. So please, I need you to do something for me because this show is called Set Women Free. It's a show that men can join, women can join. It's even good for our men to join so that they can pick some things and understand the things that women that makes us happy. The little thing that they do that makes us really fall in love with them. That is why I would even want men to join the show more. But for women, this show is just to help us understand that whatever you're going through in your relationship or your marriage, you are not the only one going through it. You come online, you share your own experience and your opinion. I come online, I share mine, and then you learn from it, and then you can relate. Somebody I called earlier, and almost everything she said, I can relate because my husband do the same thing. She said something about her husband messing the closet up and all of that. So I can relate. It makes me feel better knowing that, I'm not the only one going through this.
Oh, of course.
So that is what the show is all about. So I need you to do something for me. If you have brothers, you have uncles, you have male friends that are married, that have relationship, if you can just help, call them once in a while. Ask them how they are helping their wives. Because women need help. We need help. We have a lot going on. Ask them, please talk to them. Have you helped your wife today? Did you even help your wife at all? Talk to them. If you have brothers, uncles, and male friends, please always help your wife. It will make your wife love you more. It will make your wife do this. Coming from a woman to a man, you're changing. We are just trying to change the narrative. You're helping another woman in a marriage by talking to her husband to take care of her. So if he start doing it and he can see the difference in his wife, he will also tell his friends. So I'm just trying to let us, just help each other like that for our own generation and for our children too. Now we know that when we have to teach our son, our own child, our son to know how to help. So that our own daughters too can enjoy all these things we're talking about. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh my God. I told you guys today's show is just needed. Is needed. We need to talk about all these things. And I've seen a lot of comments flying around. Let me see if you want to join, if you agree or disagree in what that my sister said, you can please join. Give us your own opinion. Let us learn from each other. Because she might be wrong. What I know might be wrong. It might not be the best way to go about it. I need you to come online, join the show, tell us your own opinion so that we can learn from each other. We don't want to have depression. We want to reduce the rate of divorce. Small things like this can make some marriage, some people get divorced.
Enjoy walking in on me naked or something.
Hello, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hi.
Thank you for joining. I've been seeing a lot of comments. Please, do you have anything to say? What do you
Yeah.
think? Is it good to ask for help, and how do you ask?
First of all, I want to say thank you for organizing this show. I mean, it's something every woman and men should learn from. You see, marriage is not supposed to be a one-sided thing because it involves two matured people, which is a matured man and a matured woman. Do you understand? And like for my own background, I would say I'm a Yoruba lady, and in Yoruba, our culture in those days, our men believe they are meant to go out, work, while the woman, stay home to take care of the home, as a full-time housewife. But these days, things have actually changed. Now women are educated, they go to school, they are also working because we now believe that in those days, so many men, they die very young, probably because of a lot of struggle they go into. Do you understand? So, okay. And as time goes by, the world is now being civilized. Everybody believe, okay, we are meant to help each other. Your man is not supposed to die for you in your marriage, and your wife is supposed to die for you in your marriage. Do you understand?
Hmm.
So, if both parties are working to assist, to make a home a better one, like you working to help your husband, I mean, financially and all of that, nothing stops your husband also to assist you when it comes to, the house job and all of that. And in a marriage that there is love, I don't think we have to stress ourselves doing that.
Hmm.
Do you understand? We don't really have to stress ourselves.
Hmm.
If you see, oh, my wife has been doing this, doing that, every other thing that he feels he can support her with, of course he should do it. Do you understand? So what really matters in relationship, like Sean said, is number one, love. I would say
Hmm.
love is the ultimate. Then number two, communication. If there's
Hmm.
good communication between both of you, anytime I feel, oh, he's not helping, I'll probably think maybe he's tired or something. Then you go to him to ask. Sometimes you have to ask questions, like she said. I'll
Hmm.
go to him to ask, baby, is everything okay? Man, I'm just too tired. I don't know. Like, I'll like, oh, I know he's always supporting. So
Hmm.
now that I feel he's kind of tired and all of that, I don't think I need to stress him. Do you
Yes.
understand? And
Yes.
at that point, you just have to do your best and leave the rest.
Hmm.
It doesn't worth killing yourself. No, it's your home. Do
Yes.
you understand?
Hmm.
So if you feel it's tired and you're also tired on your own part, whatever you feel you can do, you just do it and leave the rest.
Hmm.
You don't have to kill yourself on it.
Hmm.
And
And go
if you
first
guys
aid.
have that mutual understanding in your marriage, I don't think there's going to be that big problem when coming to assist yourself at home. It's not
Hmm.
supposed to be a problem at all.
Hmm.
It is not supposed to be a problem.
Hmm.
Do you understand? Because
Yes.
it's not easy to take care of the kids, to take care of the home sometimes. It's not easy at all. And at the same time, it's not also easy for the men to, they work hard sometimes. So it's not easy for both parties. Let me just put it that way. So
Yes.
what really matters is understanding, communication. Then when you love each other, you go extra mile for each other, you assist each other. You don't even need, I don't need to ask my husband, he doesn't need to ask me. Because
Hmm.
I have eyes. There's this adage in Yoruba that says, "Toba biyan ni ojú, ó máa fi mọ̀ràn wò ni."
Hmm.
Mi náà kọ́ mi ní ìnà mi ò lè pa. Ṣé ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ parẹ́ ni? Ìyàwó mi náà mi ò lè ṣe léṣe ọmọ lọ́mọ. Ṣé ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ parẹ́ ni? So I need to assist her. She needs to assist me. I mean, it's just common sense.
Hmm.
Common
What
sense
about
is
some
all you.
men? Some men that don't think that way.
Yeah, yeah, I
Normally we
know of
know
some men
that.
that
Mhm.
don't think that way. But I think at this point, they just have to know. And that's why they have to listen to this kind of program. Some of them still have that barbaric age thing, that probably they saw their dad doing with their mom and forgotten that now we are in a civilized world. You have to assist each other. Do you understand? It's
Yes.
not those way again because no women even sit at home in this century any longer. Everybody now work either little or more,
Hmm.
just to assist the family and all of that. So if both of you are working and at the end of the day you should be tired, so you have to assist each other when it comes to the house thing.
Hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I mean, so that it shouldn't be one-sided.
Hmm.
Do you understand? And even if one person is at home, so it's not easy to be at home, maybe for one or two reasons. It's not easy. I mean, it involves a lot of things. Even sitting down at home is a
It's
lot of
very,
things. Do you understand? So we should learn to assist each other, to release those stress, and those emotional trauma and all of that.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So then another thing is I believe in this saying that couples that prays together stays together. You know, when you love each other, you have good communication, then you should always put your marriage in prayers. It goes a long way. When you pray
Yes.
for your man, he prays for you. It keeps your marriage. It gives you guys strength, to move on. It gives you hope for future and all that. So all those things are very important in marriage. Understand yourself, love each other, have good communication. If they are two matured people, you don't even need to stress yourself. You should
Yeah.
know, "Oh, let me assist my wife. I should know, let me assist my husband." You just see things working out that way. So sometimes it's not as easy as we're saying it, but it can be easy if both of us can reason together that come share room in our woman. This
Yes.
man is my husband. I don't even want him to die. I don't want him to get sick, because if you don't assist each other, if he's doing too much, of course, he's going to tell on him with time. If
Yeah.
you do too much as a wife, he's going to tell on you with time. So we have to do everything moderately and with sense. That's it. That's how I say it.
Yes. Yes.
To pray, you commit everything to God to lead you, to guide you guys, and to make sure that understanding the love you want for both parties, everything should be put in place by God. And if all those things are put in place, my sister, everything will work fine.
Fine.
That's the way I see it. Yes. Then our men should stop having that barbaric thing. Do you understand? Then
Yes.
our women at the same time, because I've seen some home whereby the husband, is used to assisting the wife, doing the house jobs, and they begin to take it as a man responsibility. They begin to command even when they have guests around them. Things like that. And the Bible says, we wife, we should have total submission to our husband. Even as Christ is the head of the church, is the same way that the husband is the head of the house. So even when he tries to help you, you understand, try to assist you doing the normal thing at home, you don't take it as his responsibility. See it as you as your husband, see it as we are both helpmates. Like Sean said, the issue of Adam and Eve. God created Eve to assist Adam. One, to love each other. Two, to be helpmates to each other, so that they can reason together, they can play along together, they can do everything together, even before they start having kids. So if you can go back to that and see that's how God did all those things, then we should know we are helpmates. So no, in no circumstances, you don't command your husband. You don't command him. Even if you get to a point that you need his help and you see he's not helping, why don't you go to him, baby, or there, John, please, I'm so tired. There's a way you will tell him he's not a mad person. There's a way you will tell him with love, and he'll be like, even if he's so tired that he doesn't want to do anything, he will still go out of his way to do it for you because of the way you said it. One pẹ̀lẹ́, ó ní àpò de labo. Pẹ̀lẹ́ ó máa ń yọ òbí jáde lápò. Pẹ̀lẹ́ ńgbà míì, depending on the way, ó lè yọ gbá tí jáde. Because some women are so arrogant, they are not humble at all. They don't even know how to talk to their husband. Even at the public places, they just open their mouth and talk anyhow. And you get so sometimes they could just get angry and like things like that. But when you talk to him in a proper way, of course, he's not a mad person. You're like, okay, baby, let's go. Or baby, more, just give me a few minutes. I think I need to get some rest, and I'll join you. There's a way you talk with love. Always do everything you're doing in your relationship with love. Even our kids, when you relate with them with love, when you try to calm them down, like my baby, can you please, I love you, mommy love you, right? Can you there's a way you tell them things and they'll do it. Even you on your own part, you'll be so happy. But when you they might be nasty sometimes. When you tell them to, when you don't say it like that, the way you were supposed to say, they might not even, obey you.
Yes.
You understand? So it's the same thing with when you're dealing with your man or you're dealing with your woman. Do everything with love. Do it with maturity. You understand? You don't yell at her. You don't yell at him. We are not animals. We are human. Do you understand? So even if I don't want to do it, the way he said it will make me do it. Even if he does not want to do it, the way you talk to him we definitely make him do it. So you have to learn to tolerate each other.
So it's not good to tell your husband to wash the restroom every weekend.
No, you don't say wash the restroom every weekend to him.
No, that's like you
If
say
it's
in a
something,
very
if it's
calm
something
way.
you decide to be
My
doing,
husband, please now help us to be washing this restroom every weekend.
no, you don't.
Please.
You don't give him. You don't assign duties to him in the house. It's not right. If you choose to be doing it, fine. But you as a wife assigning, duties to your husband in the house is, to me, it's not right. Because I am a married woman, I've been married for a couple of years, so I know what I'm saying. You don't assign duties to him. But if he's doing it, yes, he feels, oh, I just need to assist in this area, and he's doing it. And anytime he does not do it, you should just, he's been doing it, so why? Maybe he's tired or something. Do you understand? If you feel you want to ask me, just, baby, notice man, I'm just tired. I'm taking my time. Probably later I'll do it or something. But when you begin to assign duty to them like that, it's not good. Some of them will even see that nonsense. Even if I'm doing it, it doesn't mean she should now be telling her like you are assigning duty to him. Sometimes it's disrespectful, most especially we that are Yorubas. We know more of the culture. So there are some things you don't assign duties to your husband. Is wrong.
Okay.
Very
Please,
wrong.
I have a question. So in a case where, like you said, some men, maturity on both sides, as a matured man and a man that loves his wife and cares for her, if you see your wife is doing too much, is not helping, you even ask for help in a very loving and calm and respectful way, it still doesn't help, and you have little ones or you have a baby, how can you handle that? How do you talk to him?
So in that case, since you ask for help, even in a loving way, and he did not, then you leave him. So
But
you as a woman,
won't the woman grow out of love
feel,
for him?
no, whatever you feel you can do at that moment, you just leave it and leave the rest. Because
It will make you feel bad as a woman. Like,
but at the same time, if you don't treat it like that, only to that problem left. Do you understand? So at that moment, you have begged, you try to persuade him to help you, and he's like, no. Then just leave it, let it be. The fact that he does not do it immediately does not mean he will not do it later, depending on how you handle the issue. If you leave him at that point in time, do you understand? Maybe the following day or a couple of hours later, you can still go back to him. There's a way you say it and you feel like, okay, do you understand?
yes.
And he will still do it for you. So the fact that he doesn't do it immediately does not mean he will not do it. So sometimes you have to learn to handle, issues maturely. If he tells you blah, 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 just leave him. Then you on your own part, whatever you feel you can do at that point in time, just do it and leave the rest. You don't have to kill yourself also. Do you understand?
But do you think that is fair? Do you think it's fair on the women's side? Because the title of this show is Set Women Free. Do you think it's fair?
It's not fair on the women's side. But to avoid problems, you have to just drop that topic at that point in time. Then later you can go back to him. And in some cases, you don't even have to go back to him. He will still be the one to like, okay, so because like he saw it in you, okay, he said, oh, I'm not doing, and you also left him, you didn't stress him, you didn't bother him, you just left him. Then by the time you go back and sit down, you see, our men are not bad, they are not mad, they are not crazy people, they are not mad. At that time, maybe he's also tired or he has
just doesn't want to do it because you said
you
it.
understand. So later, tó náà bá jókòó, tó bá rò á pé wàhálà ọmọ ìdẹ́pọ̀ lóòótọ́ látàrọ kìíní kan ọmọ jẹ́ kí n dìde help it. It will just come back to you. But so women doesn't have that patience. The women, they tell their husband, blah, blah, blah. Then the next thing, they begin to curse. They begin to say, things like that. Do you understand? Which you are not supposed to. Even, like, I will always go back to the Bible at every time I'm talking things like this. The fact that the Bible says we should have total submission, just as Christ is the head of the church. That is the same way our husband, they are our head in the house. So sometimes when you remember that, you'll be like, even the Bible says, they are the head of the house. So when you are talking to them, you treat them like with respect and all of that. So when you do all of those things, honestly, you bind their mind. Emphasize on them help. Because you did not stress him, you were not, even though do me, Omora gbé sára pé wo jẹ́ kí n ṣe nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe kémi náà fi yòókù lẹ̀. Do you understand?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I mean, that
Yes.
is how things work. If you can do it like that,
Yes.
the problem.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
because you asked him for help now and he told you, Womi, and you tried to persuade him and he insisted, and the next thing you flare up, started giving him attitude, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
And when things like that keeps happening, you know what it means. Depression.
Yeah.
A lot of things ruining. So it doesn't worth it.
So if your husband does not help you, he's a good man, right? He just doesn't help with chores because he has the mentality, especially Yoruba men. Because he has the mentality that you first saw me then rule me, you want to make me your slave. If your husband does not help, is it okay to punish your husband? There are ways that you can punish him, like adding too much salt in his food, or if he asks you for can you bring my shirt, that pink shirt in my closet? Can you tell him no?
You know what? You don't even need to do all that. You don't need to punish your husband. But the thing is this. I mean, there's always a time.
I punish my husband sometimes. If you want to borrow money from me, I say I don't have, and I have.
That's not really nice. You know what? The thing is, there are ways you can win their hearts instead of punishing them. You know, sometimes you do have a happy hours as couple.
Mm.
You just have to notice when he's happy or when he's in the good mood. You just baby. Do you know what? I mean, it's not easy for me alone to be doing all these things. And easy. You know, when you tell him
like
those
that.
period like that, it will sink.
If he's
Do you understand?
if he's
But
ready,
if you feel you want to punish him, your extra salt in his food, and when he's eating that food, he doesn't have no taste, he could not eat and all of that. By the time he go out, you know, there are some men, they go out when they are in company of their friends, they discuss and they begin to my bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lé wọn síta ni pé ẹ tó bá ti ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ má worry, wá side chick kan tó máa sóúnjẹ gidi fún ẹ. Do you understand? So they might not really go deep where nǹkan tó lead to go sí gbogbo nǹkan yẹn leléyìí o. They won't go deep. So because of that, for us not to you don't need all of that. And you see, that is why it is always good for women, you know, to listen to, you know, when they are treating topics like this, always listen to it. There is no way you will not grab one or two things.
Yes.
That's number one.
Number two.
Exactly. Number two, maybe read your Bible, go to church. Because when you listen to sermons, there are some things you will not do. Number one, as a Christian, as a believer, as somebody that goes to church, you'll be different from those ones that don't go to church, that doesn't listen to, you know, programs like this. Because to you, you feel, oh, I want to punish him because maybe not first person. But you might be wrong. That might even take that marriage to another level that would destroy, you know, someone's home, God forbid. Do you understand? Yeah. So if he's the type that he's so rigid that he doesn't want to do anything, does not want to help, you will be the one to still do that assignment. At any point in time that you see, oh, this man is happy, he's in a good mood, you move closer to him. I mean, he's your man. Okowani.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. There's a way you would tell it to his ears, and he will give you that listening ears. I tell you. Like gradually, Mama help. Before you know it, he'll get used to helping you.
Yes.
Don't punish him. Treat him with love. Do you understand? It's not because we are foolish. No, he's your husband.
It even make you feel better. Right?
It.
You don't feel hurt. You don't feel pain.
Exactly. But the other way, Oma for destruction. At the end of the day, Oma destroy home. Because by the time he goes out and tell his friends, this is what my wife is doing, Oma will why? Then they'll begin to give him advice. Before you know it,
Amen.
So we are in the best position to take care of our home. Do you understand? If there's anything your husband is doing or the wife is doing you don't like, what time they are in good mood. I don't have for soften. Even before, sometimes if it's even going to take you to pray about it before telling him, Father Lord, please, I commit my husband's hand to your hand. Whenever I go to him to tell him to please always assist me in one or two things, Father, let it sink. Let him give me listening here. If it takes you to do that, I mean, it's your home.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can also do that too.
Yes.
So anytime think about it, remove your face, happy or something, you just go beside him. then tell him what you want to say. He will give you that listening here.
Yes.
So it is only a wise woman that can build her home, but a foolish woman will destroy it. I am telling you nothing but the truth, because I've been in marriage for a couple of years and I know what I'm saying. So if you really want to retain your home, it's not by gra. It's not by agidi. Some people do it, it works for them. But remember, the 5 fingers are not equal. You might try it and that is the end. You understand? So whatever you feel works for you in your home, that is what you should practice.
You know the kind of husband you have.
That's it. If you're already so
so if he doesn't help, don't try to punish him.
Don't try to punish him. Don't do that. Anytime you see he's in his good mood, just go and talk to him. You understand? There's a way you will say it with love and all of that.
Because some men are just crazy like that. And if he still doesn't, leave him.
Just and at that point, whatever you can do, just do it and leave it. You continue. Do you understand?
And you will still love your husband as much, even though you know that.
Of course, why not? You will love him, and by so doing, God can even change his mind. Don't go back repair every time she comes to me, asks for help. I don't do it. I shall to love him. I shall to she won't go with my help for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
So cooking sometimes it's not by agidi. Because if you go the other way, sometimes it destroys home. You know, some women are always like equal right. Sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Fine, we are supposed to be helpmates, but just in case it doesn't really turn out to be like that, don't destroy your home because of that. Still pray to God about it. I believe God can still change him. Still continue to love him. Do you understand?
Yes.
Still continue to treat him with respect. By so doing, and she still, you understand? Then he will begin to
change.
He will begin to change and change for good. Yes. Even you on your own side, like, is this my husband? Wow, Along will show. And at every point, put it in prayer.
Even though you are working, even though you're also working and you are paying bills.
Yes.
It still doesn't matter.
It still doesn't matter. I am telling you nothing but the truth. It still doesn't matter. With time, God can just put it to his mind to change. And you on your own side, when you want to sleep, just pray about it. Father Lord, touch my husband's heart so that he will be helping me to do 1 or 2 things in this house. You pray about it. Then you put it in action with him. Leave him. But with time, God will change him.
I have a quick question for you. And my question is that now I know that if you ask for help, it doesn't help, leave him, don't stress, don't fight, don't get divorced because of that.
No.
So my question is that how do I put it? How do you feel as a woman, as a wife, if your husband help you? How does it make you feel? If your husband helps
me, of course, it makes me feel so good. It makes me love him more. Do you understand?
Yes.
But the issue of, well, okay, he's not helping and you want to divorce him because of that. Okay, if you divorce him because of that, so at the end of the day, even if you still want to get married to someone else, at least it will take you time. Immediately.
But
so at the end of the day, you still be the only one.
If it doesn't help you, it means the love will just stay like that. It might reduce. But if he loves you, if he helps you, you will love him more. You will care for him because you know how women are. Because for me, if my husband, I've been married for like 15 years. If my husband helped me, I will be so happy. I will see him like, this man is really, you know how women, you know how we think. He just make us want to do everything for him. So what if it doesn't help? If it doesn't help, how do you think it makes us feel? Does it reduce the love we have? Does it just make us feel lonely and just angry and just, you are not showing it to him that you are angry, but inside of you, you are not okay because you have a man that sees your struggle. He can see your struggle with the kids. He can see how many hours you spend in the kitchen and there are laundry. There are dirty clothes that need to be done, or there are some clothes that are on the bed that need to be hanged. He can as well just help you hang those clothes while you are in the kitchen, right? So if you know as a wife that I'm in the kitchen, this man is not even helping you, you will feel some type of way. Will it reduce the love?
That is very, very correct. So now in this aspect, it's an individual thing in the sense that in your own case, it might reduce the love you have for him. It doesn't mean you don't love him again, yes, but it might be reduced. And in some people's case, it will not even reduce the love. They might feel bad that, oh, it's not helping me. Some people have already taken it as part of their living that it doesn't help. So, do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So you can just take it like that. So in that case, you will need help. Maybe get somebody that will be coming to your house, maybe from morning to evening, to mama help at least with the house chaos and all of that. That you'll be paying. Do you understand? Stylishly, you'll be using his money not to pay them. And your mama assist at least, because you can't kill yourself, most especially if you have the working class type.
Yes.
I'm not going to say you should kill yourself, and I'm not going to say you should stop loving your husband because of that, or divorce your husband because of that. Because if you divorce the man because of that, spending the time, then your man feel remarrying, you will still be the one doing all those things alone. Yeah, number one. Number two, even if you now get married, do you know if you are even guess what situation from that person you are going to? You never can just tell. So we have to manage ourselves sometimes. When you find yourself in that category that, oh, is not just ready to help you do it. You've persuaded him, you've done everything you feel you can do, and yet he's still adamant, then you can get help. And to mama to mama your mama to mama assist you so that me only work para me.
Okay. I have a quick question for you, ma'am. So another question. I will still let you go. I'm sorry. I think it's just two questions. Number one question is that if a man that helps, because I know the show we had last week, I know someone that gave me feedback that thank you for the show, that the show made her appreciate her husband because she could hear from other women. So some of them complain that their husband doesn't even help. Some of them complain that their husband helps, or they have to pet their husband, blah blah blah. So, but she said that the show made her realize that her husband is a good man, and then she just appreciates her husband for that. So, are you saying that? I mean, do you think that men that helps their wife and the ones that doesn't help, you think it's the way they were brought up? Do you agree that it's the way they were brought up?
Exactly. Upbringing matters a lot. Some men were brought up, doing all those things. So by the time, and some men, most especially, let me cite example with some men in abroad. They've been in abroad probably before their wife came over. So they are used to doing a lot of things themselves. So now that their wife is around, they will give you full support, because even when you are not around, they are used to doing it themselves. So now that you are around, they will even appreciate you more. Any helpmates. But a man to tell we all his life, it's been him and the wife, and it's been wife that is doing it and all of that. Do you understand? But lately, she's now getting tired. She now needs help, and she's not finding it from the husband. You don't have to divorce him because of that. You don't have to stop loving him because of that. Because he has always been like that. But now, because you are getting tired on your own side, and you've been hearing from maybe programs like this, where husbands are meant to be assisting. Do you understand? So, you're not back. Your feel back on. You don't have to take it. In that case, just get help. Do you understand?
So men that help and men that doesn't help is the way they were brought up.
Is the way they were brought up. Or let me just say, some people naturally train themselves like that.
Like that.
Because once environment, I have to do it. I have to do what I have to do.
Yes.
Do you understand? So one train around. Some of them are not even brought up like that. But when they go to the environment, they say when you go to Egypt, you behave like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
You understand? So it is the situation I find myself. So I have to do it myself. So one day train around. So by the time they have a spouse or a wife, it's already part of them. So they will continue like that too. Yes. Do you understand? And why there are some of them, they were brought up like that. Maybe the home they came from, but your house, so they are not even used to all those things. I justify them for that.
Yes.
You understand? Love the one low matter.
No matter.
But to that stage that okay, baby, since it's like this, why you to mama help?
Help, and everybody will be fine.
Everybody will be fine. So that the whole problem will not be on just one person. Do you understand? Because of our help also.
Yes.
So the thing is, you communicate with each other. Every challenge that comes in your marriage, you fight it with love with each other, not with hatred. Don't see that because that woman said my husband is always helping me, and my own husband is here not helping me. Then you begin to give him problem. You your home if care is not taken, because this is something that he has not been doing from time. All of a sudden, he's not used to that is just him. So you have to you should understand your husband, and
Yes.
husband should also understand their wives.
Their
So that when
wife.
you get gist about another woman outside, you don't bring it to your house and start using it to, as reaction on your own wife. Do you understand?
Yes, it makes so much sense.
So mo dey feel okay, well, it is what it is.
Yes.
Understanding no matter.
Yes.
You guys can call each other, baby, bye.
Yes.
And things can change. And some men will be like, no, it's a no for me. I can't do that. Okay, let's get a help. To mama help one.
That time, just get a help.
Do you understand?
You
So
have
don't
to
stop
stand-
loving your husband because of that.
Yeah.
Don't
Thank
stop
you.
loving him because of that. Because
Okay.
you got to work for couple A, only man work for couple B.
Yeah.
That is life, and that is why these five fingers are not equal.
Not equal.
That is why every one of us can never be equal, and that is why this world is so interesting.
Hmm.
And that's the reason even for this topic we are treating today.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So in all, we should just learn, manage ourselves, do whatever you feel you can do. You live the rest.
Yes.
That is life. Mi ò fẹ́ ọkọ mi torí pé iṣẹ́ ilé náà, ọkọ mi náà ò fẹ́ mi torí along the line iṣẹ́ ilé wọ̀ because
Wow.
so you understand. But
Mm.
love ta fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn, ó ní ká jẹ́ kó máa grow lọ. So every other thing, side attraction. So we have to learn to manage all those things with our relationship. And if we can't manage, we should kawa help àṣẹ mama ṣe. So that shouldn't be problem. Tó bá jẹ́ pọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ pé kì í yẹ ó tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yẹ kó jẹ́ problem. Nǹkan tí n bá lè ṣe as a wife, you do it and you leave the rest.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because I've seen situations where sometimes àti kẹran jáde nínú fridge máa ṣe pé mo fẹ́, maybe I look tired and my husband like, ó jẹ́ fi kíní yẹn lẹ̀ kó lọ sinmi. He will tell you that.
Yes. He will not help you.
And in my mind, I'll be like, if I leave Shani Johnny, let me do it. I'll still stress myself and do it. I'll be like, well, let me rest though. That's it. At least that statement alone.
Yes, it shows that.
And some men will be like, what's on there? You understand? Do you understand?
Yeah,
So there are two things. Even at that, no. What will be Ọlọ́run má ṣe ẹ́ lọ́fun lọ́rùn. Mo ń kú lọ ṣáà ló fẹ́ jẹ́, okay, kò sí problem. Màá rest. Tí má dẹ̀ rest ìtàn, màá bọ́ síbẹ̀ màá ṣe. So you should know yourself. Tá bá ti mọ wá ara wa, kò ní sí jà, kò ní máa sí problem. Because the rate the divorce ṣe ń lọ out there is not, and the truth is this, at the end of the day, you get affected. You also get affected. Because when they say you will be lonely, it is not even advisable.
See,
Because
guess what? You have set some women free for all these things you've been saying. I'm one of the women you set free today because I've learned a lot too. I've picked my own. You understand? And I'm going to definitely change.
Apply
I'm telling myself. You understand? And that is what this show is about, to set ourselves free.
Exactly.
And we have a lot on our head. We have so much we want our husband to do. And it's affecting us. It's making us feel bad.
Exactly.
We need to set ourselves free from all of these things, knowing that you don't have to stress yourself. If your husband is not helping you, get help. If you can't help, do what you can and leave
it. You should remember he's also human. He's human, I'm human. So ẹlẹ́ran ara ni wá, kò sí pé kinní kan. So nǹkan tí bá ti lè ṣe máa ra ṣe máa ra fi sílẹ̀. Nǹkan tó náà bá ṣe kó fi sílẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ kò yẹ kó máa dìjà, kò yẹ kó máa di nǹkan tó ń lead to break up and all of. No. Love tá fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn, we should always go back to it. At every challenge, just go back to that love. I married him because I love him. Mi ò fọ́kọ mi torí pé kó máa bá mi fà bọ́. Mi ò fẹ́ nítorí pé kó bá mi ṣe ọbẹ̀. Tó bá dẹ̀ lóhùn ṣe, okay, fine. Èyí tí n bá lè ṣe máa ṣe. Èyí tí n bá lè ṣe máa fi sílẹ̀. Do you understand? If we can always go back to that love, everything will be back in place. And with time, you pray about it. If you are a Muslim, pray about it. If you are a Christian, pray about it. God can help you to touch him. He will just change his mind and like, get him my help or let me get him. Let me get her a helpmate. And to mama wali to mama assist at least. Available. Do you understand? It's just a simple mathematics. So you lead to any destruction in our home. And that's why I say when you read your Bible, you go to church and you listen to this kind of program. Oh, mama solve a lot of things. Because most you used to doing all these things. But then you now begin to force it on your own husband. Our mad issue. And they might also have one hidden challenge. There's no perfect marriage. There's no home. Ups and downs. That is what I want everybody to know.
Yes.
It's not a bed of rose, but we can make it bed of rose for ourselves.
Yes, for ourselves as
For ourselves, that's it. You don't have to punish your wife. You don't have to punish your husband. No. Tó bá ní nǹkan tó ṣe fún ẹ, let him know. Wá pé you tell him, baby, nǹkan tó ṣe ó dùn mí kíní kan. Ẹ yanjú ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. Do you understand? Vice versa. Do you understand? So don't hold grudge. Oh man, ba home je. Don't keep malice. Let him know. Nǹkan tó ṣe fún mi kò. Of course, kò ń ṣe wèrè, ọkùnrin ò ń ṣe wèrè, obìnrin náà dẹ̀ ń ṣe wèrè. Tá bá ti ní good communication among ourselves, everything máa níyànjú. And when he tell you he's sorry, accept it. And when he tell it is not time to start explaining, hey, no. Otini, I'm sorry. So accept everything that happened. He said he's sorry. I said I am sorry too. It's not a time to mama explain. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because some women are so good. When the man comes to you and tell you I'm saying, no, accept that sorry and let it be. Ashima jajami. So tabakwe lori kon pa wala tun fe ja mi. I mean, that is life. Even I want to close you. Sometimes we bite ourselves. One jà nìyẹn. Maybe ahọ́n yẹn lèèyàn tún máa fi padà taste oúnjẹ. Eyín yẹn náà lèèyàn máa tún fi padà chew nǹkan. So that's it. Life goes on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So much. Thank you.
So that's it, my sister.
You're making me emotional because because I'm happy I started this show. Because me, I don't know if you're here and you've been listening to her. Can you, if you have learned or pick one thing, can you just give her a thumbs up? Can you show some love, please? Can you show some love? I need to show you so much love because I cannot do love here on my hand. I need to show you so much love. I have to say, thank you so much.
You're welcome, my sister.
The kind of people that I honestly want on this show because it's not easy everywhere. We know it's not easy. And hearing things like this helps a lot. Me now, when I get upstairs, I'm just going to tell my husband because sometimes he's always
on your job, don't do that again.
Sometimes he's on the show. I'm just going to tell him, hey, sweetie pie. I'm just going to tell my husband, you know what? Anything you shall want to help us with in the house, do it. If you don't want to do it, they have said we should not fight you again. No.
Exactly. Don't fight
you
him.
Know, I see. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from this show, from like 2 hours now. And I want to say thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome.
I want to beg you for something. If you have brothers, uncles, male friends, if you can just help us once in a while, reach out to them. Just tell them that your wife need help. As try to show her some help. Just teach them how you would want your husband to.
I do that to my younger brother all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sure you're training because my son cook, my son bake, he does chores because I'm trying to make him because I have daughters too. I want my daughter to get married to a man that will support her. That is why that thing always prompts me to train my son well too, so that he can always support his wife. So thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate. Please, this show is every Monday, 12 o'clock Nigerian American time.
Oh, okay.
Please.
All right. No problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
I'm not a sweetie. I'm my mommy's sweetie.
You know my sweetie. I have sweetie. What do you mean? I have sweetie too. I have 3 sweeties, my love.
Don't mind him. He's so jealous.
I know. Okay,
he doesn't want to share it.
I'm not taking you away from your mommy. Thank you.
He wants to share his mom with no one.
I know, right? That is so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
I don't know if you can help me cut it from your hand.
I don't think I can do that.
Let me see if I can cut it.
No.
Farida, are you okay? You need something?
Yeah. Hold on.
Who is that?
Okay. She's sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on the show. I'm coming. Okay. Oh my God. That was a very good one. If you are just joining this show, I must tell you have missed a lot because we've had a lot of callers. A lot of people have called in. If you agree with everything she says, you can request to join. This show is going to be ending very soon. But if you have something to add, if you want us to learn, if you have something that can set women free from all the stress, all the wahala. You can request to join on the show now so that I can call you. Thank you so much, my sister that just called. I appreciate it. She said a lot. She said that always remember the love that brings you guys together, and that you can't force your husband to do chores. You can't force your husband to help you. Not only chores, you can't basically help your husband to help. You can't force him to help you. How funny is that? I mean, in fact, I don't know, but now I know. So I want to say thank you for calling. I learned a lot, and then and she said something. Somebody said marriage is not a bed of roses. I think she's the one that said marriage is not a bed of roses, but you can make it one for yourself. I learned that too. I jotted down. And she also said that you don't have to punish your husband if he doesn't help. If your husband help you, take it and appreciate it. If your husband does not help you, or you have a partner that does not help, you don't have to force it. Do what you can, do your best and leave the rest. You don't have to stress yourself trying to do everything at a time. If your husband help you, good for you. If he doesn't, don't fall out of love because of that. Just still love him as much as you love him from the beginning, and then talk to him in a respectful and a calm way, and ask for help. If you're lucky he helps you, good. If you're not, that's okay. And I had somebody called in, Empress called in earlier, and she said something about asking her husband for help on the phone. Her husband declined, and that after cutting the phone, she still the same thing she asked for on the phone. She texted her husband the same thing, and her husband still said no. And that before you know it, her husband came up with what she asked him to buy. So sometimes I think some men just like to show their ego as a man, rather. Some men just like to show their ego as a man, and when that happens, women, I think we have a lot. We just have a lot to we have a lot to do, and some ways where we can set ourselves free from all this emotional anger and depression and all these things is by just knowing and understanding that, okay, I'm married, I have my husband. My husband is the type of person that doesn't believe in helping with house chores, and I'm not going to divorce him because of that. I'm just going to do what I can, and I'm just going to do the little I can and leave the rest. So if we can start setting ourselves free from that self-thought, I think it will really help us a lot, and it will just make us happy and have a free mind too. So thank you so much for joining the show today. I really appreciate it. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure you all have learned one thing or another. And if you are going to be seeing this show later, I hope that you from all the callers, I hope you've learned one thing or another. And if you're here and your husband is the type that doesn't help you with house chores, please and please and please. I know it can hurt sometimes. Me personally, from experience, if I'm doing all of these things, I'm cooking, I'm taking care of this, still doing laundry, and you're my husband, you're not helping me, it hurts. I know it hurts. But these are ways that we can set ourselves free. Don't let it hurt you anymore. Just ignore it. Love him the same way. If you can ask him, ask him. Just ask him in a respectful and a loving way. You can ask him in bed, you can ask him, just ask him. But if it doesn't help, don't worry. Do what you can. Or you get somebody to clean your house, and then find a way to get the money. Like Olori said, find a way to still get the money out of his pocket to pay the people that will clean the house for you. So please, the women, let us set ourselves free. Let us just set our mind free, because we do a lot. We bear the kids, we get pregnant, we do all these things. The best thing we can do for ourselves is to have healthy life. And part of having healthy life is just being happy from inside. And I tell people this, nobody can make you happy unless if you're ready to be happy. Me, like somebody like me, I don't get angry easily. There is no way. If you plan to come and upset me, I will only get angry if I want to. I trained myself to be like that. I trained myself. There is no way you can upset me. I get angry if I want to. So I feel like it should start from us. Let us start setting ourselves free from our mindset. So from today's topic, I've learned a lot that, in fact, a lot of people have said it's okay. Our first caller, Mr. Ahmed, Mr. Ahmed said it's okay to ask for help. He said if you can share bills with your partner. Mr. Ahmed said if you can share bills with your partner, you can as well share the house chores. It's a man that said that. A man said if your wife can share bills with you, then you can as well help her with some chores. That was what a man said, our first caller, Mr. Ahmed. And then he also said something that the first time, his wife let him stay with a child, or made him stay with their child for a whole day. He said that day he understand what it takes to be a woman, that he understand the stress that is in taking care of kids, because he said it takes a lot to even take care of a child, talk less of doing the cleaning and doing all of those things at the same time. So that was what Mr. Ahmed said. And somebody else also said that the way some men are raised affects them helping their wives. Somebody said the way some men are raised is what affects them when it comes to helping their wives. Some men are just raised like that. Some men, their daddy doesn't help their mom, and they watch all of that growing up. That can affect them. So in that case, if your husband fall in that category, that's okay. You don't have to divorce him. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to always get angry because of that. Just find peace in your heart and just talk to him about it. If it still doesn't help, leave it. If it doesn't help, leave it. Do your best and do what you can. And in fact, a lot of people have quoted Bible here for me today that I cannot even remember. That God's, even Jesus Christ, I can't even remember. Oh my God, I've learned a lot today. I've seen the part that I need to change. Personally, I know the things that I've picked today, and I promise I'm going to change. I wish my husband can come on the show and say that I changed. And I have a friend on this show that is watching me right now. Kemi, you see, I will change you because you know some things that I do. So I will change. I've learned a lot. Thank you so much for all our callers. I appreciate it. In those days, things have changed. Men. So, somebody said something that I forgot to mention. Somebody said that in those days, this is actually coming from a woman, I think, or men, or a man. Somebody said in those days, men die younger than women. Somebody said back in the days, a lot of men died before their wives, and that is because the husband go out a lot to look for money, that the husband do all the struggle to feed the family and all of that. That is why now women support their wife financially so that the man will not die young. Hey, are you serious? I even forgot to mention that. Do you agree with that? Somebody said in those days men die young, that men die faster than their wives because they work a lot. Somebody said men die faster than their wives because they work a lot and they struggle a lot to keep the family okay, to pay all the bills. And that is why women now support their men, to help the family so that their husband will not die young. I don't know how true that is. Somebody said I need to change all this my 1 minute grace. Please leave me alone. So I don't know how true that is, but so far so good. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this show. I appreciate it. Hopefully, next week Monday we'll be doing this show on our official Instagram page. But I'm just trying to get people to know about the show. If you're here, please always share the show. Talk to your friends about it. You can see I'm going to leave this video on my Instagram page, so you can still share it with your friends and let them learn from it. You know what I mean? Let's just share this show so that we can learn from each other and we can set other women free. Me, I've been set free some type of way right now. I mean, like, now I think I'm going to have more peace. I'm not even going to stress my husband about helping me or not. If he helps me, it's okay. If he doesn't help me, I'll feel bad, but I will not get angry and I will not punish him, right? Okay. So I'll do that. So thank you so much, guys, for all our callers. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope that this show will grow and I hope that we'll be able to help other women. Women are going through a lot. Women are going through a lot. Women are going through a lot, and we don't talk. We don't talk. That is why we need to set ourselves free. That is why we need to listen to shows like this, so that we can help each other and then be set free from all this depression, and be set free from all this anger, and be set free from all this stress. You know, I learned something. Somebody said, do your best and leave the rest. Somebody said, if you wake up in the morning, you need to sweep, you want to do laundry, you want to cook, and you are able to do just one. Yeah, you are able to do just one. Somebody said, just do that one and celebrate it. Leave the rest and do it the next day. So please, let us set ourselves free from all the stress, okay? And I hope to see you guys next week, Monday. My name is Smooth. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. You can also follow our official page at Set Women Free. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless me. God bless our home. And stay happy. That is the most important thing. Stay happy and stay healthy. What I've learned today is respect your husband. If you want to ask him for something, ask him in a respectful way and a loving way. Don't command your husband to do chores. Don't command your husband to do something. If you want to ask in a loving way. Don't command him, and don't set chores aside for your husband. Don't say my husband must do this. Don't say that. Okay? If you can do it, do it. If you cannot do it, leave it. Pay somebody to come and do it for you, so that you can continue to love your husband and live happy with him. God bless you, God bless me, and God bless our family. God bless our children, and God bless our home. Thank you so much. See you next week, Monday, 12 p.m. American time. Thank you so much. God bless you.